All right, let's see how this works. I switched up the audio settings since yesterday. Had our new mic, and I'm just playing with different audio settings. So hopefully we'll find a good groove. And yeah, so I have some errors on my Stream Deck, but whatever, we'll figure it out. So I know I've been saying this a couple days, but I think we're about halfway on this game. And either way, what we have is what we have. But I was making moves and really trying to make progress. So we just beat the players, and now we're gonna do the tournament after. I don't know. I think we're halfway through or 3/4 of the way through. I'm not sure yet, but we'll figure it out. But get a nice little spring jam going on in the background. I like it. So we'll keep the Free the Locks campaign. Ooh, whoa. Stream Elements, are you not there? I don't know if Stream Elements is playing nice today. That's not good. Yeah, Stream Elements is not playing nice today, and that's okay. We don't need Stream Elements to play nice. We'll see if they join the party eventually. They might just not be ready yet. Oh, there we go. Now it kicked in. Just a little bit of a delay. All right, Stream Elements, welcome to the party. Welcome to the party stream, Elements. All right, let's play some golf. Let's play some golf. All right, so we switched the mic to mono, so it would be directly focused towards me. Hopefully that means that we'll get less background noise, even though I don't think we had that much. Hopefully we're not too loud or too soft. Somebody let me know if so. And right now yesterday we switched Emma's pants. I know a couple people will be pretty proud. And yes, it is. Welcome, by the way. But we switched to the diamond pattern. I think it really helped Emma's game. I really do. So just free the locks. Let's keep it going. Yeah, we're trying to keep the background noise down, but still get the volume when I talk up. The mic, for reference, is probably about 2.5 feet away from me. And I'm just speaking at regular volume. It shouldn't sound like I'm pushing. But we'll see if this continues to work. I can always dial it a little quieter if we need to.
It's a pivotal day coming up for this player on the team. I'm Luke Elvin.
But yeah,
Rich Beam alongside me. And Rich, what do you think of their chances?
That's today's word.
Should be a lot of nerves. They got the lead. They've been sleeping.
Oh, are we still at the Valspar?
Easy thing to do. Almost an uncomfortable situation at times.
I don't know if I would say uncomfortable as part of this situation.
Going into the final round, but this is going to be a tough afternoon ahead.
Well, I'm looking forward to today. That's for sure.
I'm just glad that that Stream Elements decided to join the stream. All right, so we're gonna just nice little nudge right there.
That was wonderfully done.
Of course, 9 mile an hour wind.
Into the first.
Should we go for this? Let's go for it. Let's go into the sand trap. Thank you. Look at that shot.
Ready to play their third.
I appreciate it. How's the video going though? Like, I guess I never know how the video looks. At least until I upload something to
So much
YouTube.
easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Love watching this player around the greens.
I mean, the question really
He's currently
is,
sitting in
how
first
does
place.
Emma's pants look on video? Because that's really, and the flowing locks. I'm just gonna do this again. There. This
Next
is why
up
we don't wear a
is
hat.
par 4. Always a stern test.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
I mean, really, the question is, you know, Emma's a fashion statement.
And playing this one from around
Like it or not.
120 yards out.
Wind back into their grill. They need to flight this one down.
All right, we're doing that.
Going with the pitching wedge here.
The wind was not that into my grill. I'll still take that though.
Oh, good shot that. Right inside the range.
I feel like we need to do something with Emma's
With
top.
their putter, gotta like their chances.
This putt right on 10
Look at
feet.
that
A good one
cross.
to make.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
I will admit, I miss Tiger Vision. I miss Tiger Vision from the Tiger Woods games.
Fantastic start right out of the gate.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard.
I don't think it is available here in this game, but I do miss Tiger Vision.
Let's see what happens here at the third hole.
Do we go for this? Ooh, that's risky. Emma plays life on the edge. Really, when it comes down to it, Emma plays life on the
What are we
edge.
looking at here, Henny?
This breeze.
That's how you
just
get to
starting
minus 25 right
blow,
there.
But it's a helpful breeze. It's one that you like. Got to club down a little bit.
Or club down. Let's dial that back a little bit.
Going with the 8-iron here.
Should have dialed it back more.
Well played, mate. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Has to put this one downhill.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
That had a little
just
more
missed.
break than I expected, but
Putting for a par now.
It's looking solid.
we'll take that.
Well, that'll maintain the momentum. Nice par putt.
I mean, we're up by like 9 right now.
Currently in first position.
Charles, you better stay still.
On the tee of a par 3.
This is a challenging par 3, no doubt about it.
You're a
Luke.
challenging
This
par
green
3.
pitches from right to left and from front to back, making it almost impossible to get it super close unless you have a perfect number into this par 3.
Well, let's see if we have a perfect number, guys.
Opting for the 6-iron. Come on, sit.
Okay, so that was the 30-yard, 6-mile-an-hour wind, not the 10-yard. You never know what you're getting, especially when you're up by 9.
And this putt is for a big 2 on the scorecard.
It was downhill, so we'll see what happens.
Get in the hole.
Oh well. Oh well.
That's a great attempt from long range. So close. Well,
And
that's
there's
phenomenal
a statue of a
performance.
snake.
The lead is now out to 10 shots. Incredible. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. It's time to step onto the tee here at the 5th. And after a par at the last, chance to maybe
I think
take
we
a
can
step
do
in
this.
the right direction here.
The hill kicks right here, so it really, I don't, like, you kind of got to play it way left.
Oh, well played.
I don't know. What do you guys think? I feel like we should just go for it. We'll be in the first cut probably. Oh, look at that.
Attaboy.
That's how
Good shot.
Emma rolls.
And here we are with the 3rd shot.
I don't even have words for that.
Ooh, that almost went down. That's a high quality recovery shot.
Such
Recovery.
soft hands.
Just a 4-footer remaining.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And another one goes.
I don't know how that was a recovery.
Increase of his lead.
Setting the tone early in this round.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard. This is quite an astonishing performance by our leader. Their advantage now out
It
to
really
double
is.
digits.
Oh, we're into
Not
double
sure if
digits
the chase
now.
back is good enough to catch them. And now we find ourselves with a par 4 here.
This is probably the hardest fairway to hit on the PGA Tour, Luke.
I don't know if I agree with that
This fairway
statement.
cambers from right to left at a pretty good clip, And unless you work your tee shot from left to right, a high
Ooh, this might be the
soft
first
shot,
fairway we
you're
missed.
not going to find the fairway. This is
the first time we missed the
impossible.
fairway, and it's only first
The
cut.
second shot will be from an awkward stance where the ball is above you or below you to a green that's perched a little bit above the players. Thankfully, though, it's a very flat green.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good
Yeah,
shot
it's probably
this.
going to go in.
Ow! That was brilliant. Didn't even think
He
he'd get on
doesn't
the
say
green
my
for
shots are brilliant, and I'm by
that. Okay,
10.
let's get back to the action.
Round
Ready?
4, I get a
What
little
is
more
that?
sassy with the
Just
announcers.
trickled off the fairway, but still in good shape.
I'm going to just pop her right there and end up in the sand trap.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Oh, that was left all the way off the club.
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen. The only thing about this game, and I say it at all my streams, is
Well,
when you're
right
ahead
off the
by a
target with
lot,
that one.
the
Can't fault him
RNG
there.
is
This rough is
extremely
nasty.
noticeable.
No fault in missing the green.
Gary Player couldn't play bunker shots any better than that. This putt for par here. Well, the leader is really.
Oh, I was saying that when you get in the lead by 10 or so, the RNG kicks in big time, like noticeably. Like all of a sudden I'll be missing things by 30 yards because a 6-mile-an-hour wind will pull it. What a 13-mile-an-hour wind doesn't usually pull it. It'd be interesting to see how it kicks in when we play with people. What is RNG? Random number generator. Same thing as creating chaos in a test case in software.
Absolutely flushed.
It just will change your generation.
Our wind's just
So
gonna knock the
within the
ball down
RNG,
straight
I'm
in
sure
the
there's
back.
probability, and then it will change your probability of hitting a good shot way down when you're up by a certain amount and impact that RNG. So your probability is way off. So like this, I'm going short. You tell me what 7-mile-an-hour wind would take me after that last one.
Yeah, good safe
So
shot.
it only moved it maybe 2 feet, where last time it moved it
Well,
about
I'm pretty
20
sure
feet
he's
short.
supposed to be nervous playing John Rahm, but it doesn't appear that way after this approach shot.
Putting for birdie. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
This is a par putt. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in.
I'm up by 10.
And
dude.
after that hole, this player is ahead by a whopping 10 strokes.
Yeah, it's just hard to adapt to where they're gonna let you fall on that, and that's completely fine because I haven't lost anything, but definitely don't know how to counter it when it happens.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
Like here, you would have thought a 9-mile-an-hour wind would have pulled it more than 2 feet forward, but where I aimed is where the 9-mile-an-hour wind pulled it. So, yeah.
This would be a great up and down from this spot. That's a fine effort, that one. You always want to putt those ones stone dead. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. Time now to begin the 9th hole, Rich.
All right. Halfway through this round. But yeah, we have probably, I would say,
Well done.
35 or 40 hours left of this
Yeah,
game.
he's got around 125 here.
This needs to go a little bit right once it lands.
That should set up another chance.
He likes waving at the woods, by the way.
This
That's
putt
just how Emma
was about
rolls.
16 feet.
Little birdie look in here.
I think it's pretty much straight on.
This really looks good.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today.
And Emma's holding their
It's a
lead.
lofty
It's not a big
position
deal.
this player has held all tournament, but what a buffer they've built with just 9 to play.
Yes, but if they start thinking about it, that's where the danger happens. They have to keep their head
Oh, no,
down
you think
and keep
Hey,
playing
Salem,
on the
how's it
front
going?
foot if they want to see this thing home.
You know, that's all I have to say about that. I'm glad you found that shrine. I'm glad I was thinking about the right shrine, by the way, too.
It's like they got all of that one. That's on a good
Because
line.
I'd hate to give you location or a shrine that you weren't thinking of. Okay, I could compromise on a visor.
I can
Maybe
see
after this round of golf, we'll
125
check out the
yard marker
visor.
just nearby. Wow, that drive, incredible stuff.
Well, I'm
Over
sure that one's
300 yards.
beeping at you from both sides of that mountain.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. That's a high caliber shot.
But yeah, I switched the mic setting, by the way, today to mono,
Henny,
and
you've had
then
the chance to have a look over
the
this one.
focus area a little different.
Back
So
up
hopefully
this
it doesn't
hill.
sound too bad.
Can be firm here.
That was a gallant
Oh
attempt.
my goodness, Emma.
An opportunity to make a par here. Our leader really starting to gap the field now.
Yeah, it's that
Advantage is
square
long shots.
little pond that I pin. I don't pin where the actual shrine is. I
Par
pin the
5
square
here.
pond.
Time to take advantage.
Yeah, and once you get there, you're like, oh, that's right. So like whenever I go up to that area, the first thing I do is pin that pond.
That's a nice looking tee shot, that one.
Uh-oh, slow down. Simmer down, Emma.
Taking aim from around 240 yards out here.
I'm thinking just throw it up there with the 5-wood.
Going with the 5-wood.
I probably should have put some backspin on it, though. Yeah. Oh, well. That's all right. Don't worry, Emma. You just hit the green in 2 on a par 5.
Getting
You
ready to
know,
play their third.
Some may think a visor would help that, but I don't know.
Yeah, that's a top little chip shot, that one.
Gotta say.
RL,
his
if you
short game is
didn't know,
phenomenal.
there's been a little bit of drama
Leading by
around
9 strokes
this
after that
new
one.
hip haircut that Emma's got. I mean, Jeremiah's got flowing locks too.
Looking
The
to
caddy.
ride the momentum after
We
that.
renamed the caddy
Here
to
with this
Jeremiah.
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
What do you think? Should we go for it? Let's go for it. They are kind of a gray area. Let's see what visors are available. And I forgot to ask, what's today's goal in Breath of the Wild, if there is any? I think that's that's going to be all right.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty.
I can find a fanny pack for Emma
7
too,
feet to the cup.
probably.
Looking for another birdie here.
If we're pushing that style, I'm okay with that.
A wonderful putt. You can claim it. Back-to-back birdies.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction.
Okay, so up in the Goron area. Okay. That's a fun area.
Still in the lead now after that hole.
I completely see a progressive commercial with fanny packs.
And after a birdie at the last, they take the honor on the hole.
Luke, I've never seen a green in golf repel more golf balls than the 13th here at Innisbrook. It's like it's made out of Gore-Tex. Golf balls just don't stay on it. It is really one of the hardest shots at this Innisbrook golf course.
Yeah, that's your last Divine Bees too, right?
Oh, they're dialed in. It's an absolute clinic.
I really don't mind that
Today
escort
is
mission
absolutely
either.
Stellar, Luke.
To be honest.
Greens and regulations
I know
just
it's just
fantastic
an
accomplishment.
escort mission,
Great
but
to
it
watch.
doesn't bug me.
And mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
We broke 30, guys.
Our current leader is enjoying a 10
That's a hard
shot lead.
one of those
This is
shrines up in the
astonishing
volcano is
performance by our leader.
kind of hard to
Edging
get if
out
you
to
don't know what,
double digits.
you know,
Not sure if the
with the
chase back is
steps.
good enough to catch them. Let's see what happens here at the 14th.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green
We're
that
just
tilts
going
from
for
back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. If you find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Yeah, I'm most
Second shot
likely
here
not
on the
playing.
14th.
I'm not streaming on Saturday, so that's why I'm streaming today.
Oh, looks like they're going for the green. Good aggressive play here.
Heck yeah, we're going for it. Was that a question? Oh, it's gonna roll off, but that's okay.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
What a sensational play on this par 5 there, Luke.
And here we are with the third shot.
I think we're gonna throw a little backspin on here. Okay, that's okay. I'm all right with that because that's a
Oh,
birdie.
that was tidy. That should
That's a
ensure
birdie
up and
now.
down.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Leading by a potentially insurmountable 11 strokes after that one. Not sure why I said potentially. And I don't give the rest of the field much hope today. Our leader is way out in front in this final round.
Yeah, we are. All right, let's put it here with the little Among Us looking guy turned on its side. Doesn't that look
This
like an
one needs
Among
to
Us
kick
guy
left.
if it were turned 90 degrees? Just me?
Get yourself an opportunity. Oh, this will be a bonus. Right on 17 feet from here.
This is their look at birdie. Oh yeah, this is tracking nicely.
It's the pants.
Fair effort that. Good birdie.
Seemingly an insurmountable lead with just 4 to play. Gotta like his position.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining, folks. Hang on to your hats. This is going to be a wild and woolly finish.
I don't think it's going to be that exciting.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
Oh, we've
Some
joined the
trees
snake
over on
pit.
the right-hand side that you want to take it just left of to find the center of the fairway. From there, you're going to go in with a mid-iron to a really
I wonder if
small
Slash is
green.
here very
A
often.
high, soft shot is required to hold this green.
Didn't he have a slashes snake pit?
Well, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. That was a thing of beauty. He got all of that one. Lining up from around 160 yards.
Okay, good.
And choosing the 8-iron here.
I thought I was losing
Well,
my
they'd love a
mind.
little bounce to the right here. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
It has been fantastic to watch all week long. This player is dialed in.
Thanks, Taylor. I appreciate you knowing what I'm talking about. Very few are on that same page.
Beautiful shot.
I mean, look at the back nine right there. 6 in a row. The snake pit's got nothing on me.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
I think we can. 13 with
Well,
2
here we
holes.
go, Rich,
Like,
we're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
I don't even
Final
want to know what
challenging
would need to
par 3 on
happen.
this golf course. Good news is though,
for
is
me
the green
to not do
funnels
well on
in
this
from
hole.
both the right and left edges. Most shots are going to end up right in the center of this green.
Not mine.
Yeah, that one's looking good.
Might go long though.
Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent.
Another green in regulation. This is an absolute clinic.
And he just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What
That's
a
because we're listening to Guns N' Roses over here.
And now that finds him in first place. And I don't know if the rest of the field is up for catching them here today in this final round of action. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead.
All right.
Looks like this one's heading safely for the fairway.
Yes, it does.
Setting up here, coming off a run of birdies.
RL, if you're still here, has the rain started there yet? I guess I could ask Salem that too, if rain's happening there, but
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. This is looking pretty good in the air. Wonderful shot into the 18th and a chance for birdie. This
okay,
player
so kind of
looking
just
to win the event.
overcast, spitting, kind of. That's fair.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's clear. It's been raining a good chunk of today here, but
Hopefully they won't take that too
it
badly.
looked like
There's
it
another
was
chance
just
here to
overcast
close out
when I
the
started
victory.
streaming.
And as that putt drops to the bottom, Rich, they are now.
Oh, it stayed snow up there?
Performance.
Yeah, what a performance.
Yeah, it stayed as
What a
rain
win.
and
I mean,
melted out
just
a lot of our
this
snow.
player was just amazing all week long.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm over that.
Well, Henny, when they came into this
Oh,
rivalry,
look at
we
that
weren't sure if they were
trophy.
going to be good enough to win the battle. They not
Like
only won
Fantasia
that,
over
they won
there.
the war.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking.
I see what you mean by
It's
winter
on
never
this.
ending.
We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that just about concludes our coverage. I'm Luke Elvey, and on behalf of Rich Beam, plus all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's good night for now.
Good night. All right. You know, I don't know. I would just say that you were just accepting fate, maybe. John Rahm, you ain't got nothing on me, man. All right, so we're still rock and roll here. Let's see what we got. Nike, yeah, we're good. Bridgestone, you did nothing for us. Not Ben Hogan. You know what, let's first see what we have. You know, that's not loud enough. Oh, no visors are for sale? I mean, we could do the Gilligan look here. No. I don't know, anything jumping out, guys? The normal hats we can buy are just too boring. We're gonna keep those locks free, I think. We'll see if anything more exciting happens here. Oh, nobody is challenging me.
UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup.
I kind of want to know how that river's running into that building, but
is about to kick off.
That's just me.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action. Welcome to Texas. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam, and we're in your backyard. We're very close to it anyway. San Antonio, Texas. And this golf course, TPC San Antonio, it's got plenty of challenges, hasn't it?
There's not a lot of rough.
It does have a lot of challenges.
There's all sorts of damage to be had. I have to say this.
Look at that water feature we got going right there.
I played on tour, especially when it gets windy. It's very tough. It's
oh, there's your foreshadowing, especially when it gets windy.
All in all,
what are you going to tell me? It's going to get windy?
That or the golf course is going to get the best of you. But best of all, if you survive and you're the champion after 72 holes, they give you a nice pair of boots. Yeehaw! Giddy up, y'all!
Please
Can't
don't
wait
say
to
that
see
again.
what unfolds. That's some good golf right there. TPC San Antonio, Rich, is one of the stern tests on the PGA Tour, and you get an examination right out of the gates.
Second shot on this golf course, Luke, is one of the most difficult on this golf course. A deep bunker out to the right. The green runs away on the right-hand side.
Playing a lot.
Tiny target for sure with the second shots.
Quality shot, that one.
Quality shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 14 feet from the cup.
There we go. There we go.
Making birdie in the first always puts you in a good frame of mood. It'll be fun to watch the round progress.
I'm glad we chose no Gilligan hat because I don't think we would have got that birdie if we had a new hat. I'm just saying.
Let's head across to the second, which is a par 5, but a long one stretching over 600 yards.
straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green.
You're possibly right on that one.
Green.
I probably would have caused a riot.
Hugely popular and famous event in this great state of Texas. I know as a proud Texan Beamer, this was one you wanted to win at some stage in your life. You get the Cowboy.
Oh, that's why he's talking about it. He's from Texas.
San Antonio, it really sorts out the players, doesn't it?
It does that and possibly more, Luke. I have to say that coming to this tournament since its inception here
He's
at
waving at the
TPC
trees.
San Antonio, I was a little dumbfounded on exactly how to play it because there was danger everywhere. It's just one of these golf courses where it's relentless, where you just don't feel like you.
Nobody lost connection, did they? I just got welcomed to the chat room again.
Breathe easily and go ahead and let it go. Maybe on 1 or 2 holes, but that's about it. There is danger seemingly everywhere, especially off the tee around this golf course. Most notably, the 9th hole, where one player hit his first shot to the right, and then it stayed right.
Yeah, I just got welcomed back to the chat room, and I don't know why.
So there you go. I think that's the highest score ever recorded at a PGA Tour event as well, a 16. Where? At TPC San Antonio.
We almost dropped that.
No harm, no foul there with that shot.
Appreciate the confirmation.
Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Good stroke. Yeah, you like the look of that right off the blade.
Emma is just rocking it. The first two. This is going to throw us bad for round 2 and 3.
Currently 2 under for the day.
After 2 holes. I don't know how Mito is -3 on 3, but we'll find out. We can keep up with him.
That the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult.
It is blowing into my face.
This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to 2-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps and swales in it.
I probably shouldn't have thrown so much backspin.
Playing within their comfort zone there.
Already had a few birdies today. This for another.
Break.
Just go ahead and tap that one in. At -2, going along nicely today.
Where's the explosions? Like in Caddyshack.
The 4th is one of the stronger par 4s at TPC San Antonio.
Look at Jeremiah there like a boss. I wish I could edit his outfit.
Narrow driving area, especially where that fairway bunker comes into play down the left-hand side. Second shot is to a green that runs from right to left with a deep bunker down the left-hand side. Anything missed out to the right is no bargain either, as there is a runoff area out to the right-hand side. This is a difficult par 4.
Johnny Mack, what's the news?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets
Oh,
set for his
Xander.
next shot here on the 6th.
If that's the right pace, this should drop.
I like that shirt though.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Yep, I've paced this. He's got around 195.
I don't know. You guys think I should club up one? And just like do that. Let's do that.
Opting for the 5-wood.
Look at the 10-mile-an-hour wind not do anything.
Let's see if it was the right call.
Yeah, the 10-mile-an-hour wind didn't do anything.
Is that what they had in mind?
Yes.
Well, definitely the wind had to have gotten a hold of that one.
It didn't. That's the problem.
Getting ready to play their 3rd. And just 1 shot off the lead. How close was that to going down? That's a touch of class.
Yes. Very smooth tempo there on that chip.
That's a
We
good
par
putt to
saved
make
it,
that one.
but
I
yeah,
haven't
that's
seen
where I get
players play
confused
like
because
this since I
like
was 5 years old.
10-mile-an-hour wind didn't move it very far, but like a 5-mile-an-hour wind will move it like 30 feet. So we're just playing the game. We're tied for first. We can't be mad.
Well, TPC San Antonio gives you a few chances to get after the golf course, Rich, and right here at the 5th, there's a decision
Yeah,
to be
we're
made
getting
off the
after
tee.
it.
This is an excellent opportunity to be brave. Knock it on with the driver. If you lay back with an iron, a very straightforward
Oh, we're going to the
pitch,
sand
but
trap,
I
aren't we?
just don't see the players wanting to lay up.
That's fine. Don't worry about that, Emma.
Close to the surface here, the green side rough. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
Emma's letting these announcers get to him, and I really don't think we need to.
That's frustrating. And this one is for his par. And down it goes. Currently 2 under for the event.
Oh, look at that. This hole they eagled.
Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
How did you
Players
eagle
must
this
find
hole?
the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
How about an ego? That's going to kick left. I do like the Mo pattern.
Oh, that was pure. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, the breeze ruffling their shirt, hitting their back. It's going to be tough to control the distance here.
Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice.
How about 3 feet from the
Oh,
hole?
this wind really starting to get up. That was well managed. This is looking solid, what they wanted.
John, you're down there. What's happening?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets
Oh, he'll hold
set
this
for his
up.
next shot here on the 10th.
This looks to be heading to the green. Oh, what a shot. You'll take that. Let's take a look at the leaderboard.
He didn't hole it out, but he had pretty darn close. A lot of threes.
Par 3 7th, Rich, has this big cavernous bunker that sits right in the front center of the green.
And it's a triple tier green as well, Luke. It shares it with the third hole. Anything missed out to the right will be fine, although you'll be in a low area that will be difficult to get it super close. But yes, you must avoid the bunker on the left-hand side. It is cavernous, as you say.
I put a little forward spin, but not a lot on. Oh, don't you stop. The lines weren't moving that
He's
much.
found the surface. Good chance here.
Would need to make a long putt to secure a birdie.
Xander Schauffele setting up his next shot. Oh, I thought that one was going in. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
Let's get back to it.
Trying to get it to 4 under with this putt.
Oh, look at
This for back-to-back birdies.
that. We're just going to throw it over here and see what happens.
This putt is of 9 feet. Ooh, right by the
Oh, we
hole.
got a bogey.
Putting for bogey. Unfortunately, moving down the leaderboard, that's not the direction to be heading.
What are you talking about? It's round 1.
Well, this is a player after my own heart. Going with the driver here.
Well, now that he said that, I'm going to have to go with the driver.
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Time for the second shot at the 8th.
I kind of wanted to end up a little bit short.
That's a good-looking shot there. And here we are with the third shot. 2 strokes off the lead.
Let's see what that does. My thumb flipped off the joystick, so hopefully it's not too bad. There, it's not too bad.
This putt to move into a share of second place. Looking good. That's the way to bounce back.
Perfect.
Good way to make up for the bogey at the last. And with that, we'll move to 3 under par. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
I don't know about this Mito.
The closing hole on this front 9 at TPC San Antonio is a strong par 4.
And wind's slowly picking up. I don't know if anybody else has noticed that.
Let's take a look at Colin Morikawa from moments ago.
Come on, Colin. You can
Lining
do
up for
better
his third
than,
now.
than you've been. He's not even looking.
That's the shot.
And
Go
it
ahead
dropped.
make
He's
one.
just
Don't
like,
worry about
whatever.
getting it up and down. Let's return to live play now. Playing from around 160 yards. Just 1 stroke off the lead.
That's rolling off. Oh, I thought it was going to roll
And
off.
he's safely on the green.
Made birdie on the last, looking for a second in a row here.
A good
I
chance
don't
to
think
take
it's
it even
gonna
deeper
happen.
here. This putt's for 4 under.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
You take that slope? Oh,
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread.
I don't think so.
they
It was
fell
like
in love
50
with
feet
the line,
away.
Forgot about the pace.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. I appreciate you stopping by and hanging out. Have a lovely
Let's make the
afternoon,
turn.
evening.
They find themselves on the tee at the 10th.
I appreciate you calling Free the Locks. If I find a cool visor, I'll let you know.
Slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's
I-
well
no
protected
promises,
by
though.
3 bunkers.
But I do
This
appreciate you
is
stopping
a
by.
Good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
I hope winter's over.
Nicely done. There's been some great action out on the course. Let's take a look at this highlight from another person's play.
Look at the touch that this man possesses.
He's in the sand, so it's going to drop.
This one from about 160 yards out. Just 1 shot back now.
I want to club up one.
Going with the 7.
Oh, I could have clubbed up more.
That's a good shot by him. He'll be delighted. A chance to move deeper under the card. This putt's for 4 under.
All right, let's just pop her over there and see what happens. No break?
Ouch, that hurts.
It does not hurt. It's round 1.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
These
In she
announcers
goes.
take Emma's
Let's
game
head to the
much more
next.
serious than Emma takes Emma's
Just
game.
1 off the lead after that hole.
Like, the only thing Emma takes serious is the outfit and beating Gannon.
Another birdie opportunity.
These announcers are not invited over for
Players
dinner.
must navigate the fairway bunkers.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
This shot
All right.
from 120 yards. Just one stroke back and right in it.
Oh, I didn't need backspin.
Just needs a little bit more of a kick to the right.
Could have left regular spin on that.
That looked pretty good the whole way.
Yeah, it did.
Not on the line here. This putt for a share of top spot.
What do you think? Right about there?
This is a good chance. It was on a good line. Pretty good chance here. This one's for par. And now at 3 under overall.
All right, so we're tied for second. I read that Jim Henson first, not Jim Herman.
Reached this par 4 12th and really challenging, especially around the green.
This tee shot
doesn't look
is
that bad.
underrated in difficulty-wise. This is not an easy tee shot, as this fairway pitches from left to right. You want to skirt the bunker down the left-hand side as best possible to find the fairway. Second shot from there goes straight uphill and surrounded by 2 of the deepest bunkers on the golf course. As they say, Luke, everything is bigger in Texas, and these bunkers are proof of that.
I don't know if I agree with that. Have you been to Arizona?
Going with the 8
Or
on
not
here.
Arizona, Alaska? Alaska is bigger than Texas, right? Quite a bit. Alaska's like 2 Texas.
Getting ready to play their third. 1 stroke off the lead.
There we go.
Oh, terrific. What an effort. And that will take him to 4 under. Well, that's worth a replay. Let's take another look.
I'm glad
That
we
is
get to
worth a
see this
replay,
again.
isn't it?
This one should be practiced at home.
I think that shot was made because of no visor.
Currently at -4 for the round.
Right on. Through 12. We got 6 holes left.
13's a long par 3, measuring 245 yards, Rich, but it is playing downhill.
Downhill to a sliver of a green, however. Anything missed out to the right will leave a very challenging pitch shot to a green that'll sit well above them. Come up short in those bunkers, that's no bargain
Well,
either.
let's see if the 10-mile-an-hour
Here,
wind
no, you're
is
done good.
30 feet or 10 feet. 30 feet.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Our man on the ground, John, he's down there. What's the news?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
Ooh, chat
get
welcome
back to
me
it,
back
shall we?
again. Wonder how many times chat's gonna welcome me in.
This putt will take them to 5 under.
This for a birdie run.
I'm guessing Twitch is having some fun today. Oh, ooh.
Just didn't drop. Oh, what a shame. That would have been a nice one to hole. The putt drops, and we're moving on.
I like the fact that
Yeah, just
people on
keeping
hole
it in
18
neutral on the
are
leaderboard.
clapping for me. I'm on
What do
hole
you think of the
12.
14th, Rich? A par
Or
5,
13.
575 yards.
This is a really good par 5 here, Luke.
Yeah, we're
Tee
just gonna
shot
do this.
wants to favor the right-hand side of the fairway, if at all possible, shortening the hole some 20 yards. Second shot must avoid those fairway bunkers down the right and on the left-hand side. A narrow opening to this green should players go for it in 2.
I don't know if we have it in our wheelhouse to go for it in 2, but if we do, we're totally.
John, do you have any info down there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for
It's in
his
the
next
sand,
shot
so
here
it's
on
going
the
in.
17th.
Oh, that one just missed the hole.
Oh, he missed it.
Okay, time to return to the action. Time for the second shot at the 14th.
I don't think it's going to make it, but it's going to be pretty darn close. Kind of don't want it to make it. I don't want to putt that. I want to chip that. That's why I was like, I hope it doesn't make it. Yeah, he's waving at a tree.
And here we are with the third shot. He's currently tied for the lead.
I feel like we just play this normal. Put a little bit of kick on it.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
Should have played a little bit more of a kick on it, but that's fine. I'm not mad.
Just 9 feet remaining to the hole.
I don't know. I feel like right about there. Oh, it didn't pull it at
Just
all.
missed. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And now 4 under for the day.
Okay, so we're back in the lead against Jim Henson.
As we start heading for home, Rich, we find ourselves on the tee at the 15th.
Could be the hardest hole on the golf course.
Did you
Luke,
say that like
tee
3
shot
times
must avoid
today?
That bunker down the right-hand side. Second shot is to a green that's perched above the fairway and surrounded by 4 bunkers that are mean. This hole could
Like
make
seriously,
or break
he
a
said
player's
that
day.
so many times. The hardest hole today.
Well, that's a handy shot. Lining up from around 160 yards. He leads the field by a stroke.
Thanks for that reminder right before I swing. Jerk.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron.
Heck yeah, I
That
did.
one should find the surface.
I think that's more than finding the
That's a great
surface.
approach shot. This putt was about 8 feet.
He's staring down a birdie putt here.
You're a birdie putt.
On a nice line.
Stop if you've heard this before. Tiger is coming off a birdie on his last hole, and that will take him to 1 off the lead.
In round 1.
As we find ourselves at the 16th, the par 3. Great entertainment here, Rich, especially with the centre bunker.
Love this hole. Probably my favorite one on the golf course, even with that bunker in the middle. The back portion of this green actually is an amphitheater, so anything missing a little bit long on both sides should wander back onto the green.
That's a great shot here at 16. It sets up a chance for birdie.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
Well, we know. We got the flowing locks.
Pretty
We got the
straightforward
check,
shot,
the
about what
diamond
you'd
plated
expect to see from this
pants.
player.
And
Like
back
what?
to the course with the
What
live
in
action.
Emma's
6 feet remaining to the cup.
outfit
Looking
is
for
not
another
saying
birdie
stud?
here.
Putt is underway.
That was a gallant
Oh my
attempt.
gosh, it didn't break at all.
And that should secure the par on this one.
That's fine.
And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place. As we get down the stretch here at TPC San Antonio, there's a number of options that can be taken. This
Well, my
17th is a
option
fascinating
is-
hole.
Luke,
is
if
this.
it's playing downwind, a driver is a must. If it's back into the wind, take out the iron for safety.
I did not take an iron out for safety, and I'm okay with that. Come on back.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. It's on a good line. Oh, what a
There we
round
go.
this is. 7 birdies
Take
today.
that. Take
And
that,
will take it
Tiger
to 6
Woods.
under.
Is he a junior? I don't know. I've never heard of that guy before.
Checking the scoreboard
Must be an
now.
amateur.
This player is currently sitting in
He's
a tie
tied
for
with
the
me.
lead
Of course he
with
is.
Tiger Woods. Well, while the closing hole at TPC San Antonio can be
Let's try
reached
to-
in 2
I don't know
reach,
if we can
it's all
eagle
set up by
this.
the tee shot.
Tee shot must find the fairway. If not, you have water hazards left and bunkers right that will gobble up that second shot if you're slightly out of position.
Well,
That is absolutely spot
let's
on.
hope we're not slightly out of position.
Second shot here at the 18th.
But we're going for this. What are you doing there, game? How else are we going to eagle this thing?
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
This is from
Yeah,
miles away.
I don't know what we're going to do here. We're going to put it over here and see what happens. Oh, it didn't break that much. That's going off the green, guys. Okay.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Good look at a birdie here.
Like, he talks out of both sides of that mouth. Like, that's disappointing, but we'll get a
That line
birdie
was
here.
looking good, wasn't it? Just a short putt remaining here.
All right, so we're tied.
And
We'll go.
that
We'll
sides
clear
off on
round one
today's
as a
round.
tie.
And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in a share of top spot. I'm Luke Elvey, alongside Rich Beam, and on behalf of all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, it's goodbye for now.
Okay, so we're gonna get up and do a stretch. Once we clear out of this screen. So you're not gonna miss any gameplay. I'm just gonna throw the stretch scene on. I've been throwing an add-on for metrics just to see what they're actually doing. But you're not gonna miss any gameplay if you see the ad or see the stretch scene, because I'm gonna get up and stretch too. So enjoy getting up. I'll be back in about 2.5 minutes, and we'll get to round 2 at San Antonio, Texas. So I'll be right back. All right. We're back. Let's get to round 2 on this. Did you enjoy your stretch? Did you stretch?
2K Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action.
You know, I'm pleased I could join us too.
I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beeman. This player starts their round in the lead. How should they approach today?
Small leads are no fun because you think that you should win, you kind of expect to win, but you know that there's...
We're only in round 2,
must be played
guys.
to get you
Like, I'm
to
just
the
trying to
line.
make it past the
I gotta say,
cut.
small leads are
Like,
just
I don't even know what
Can't wait to find
what they're
out
thinking
happens
here. All right, so let's see if we can get another birdie to start this round.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today.
That's a pretty good tone. 312 yards.
That dog will hunt.
Playing from around
don't know what that
110
means.
yards out.
I had backspin on, but it didn't really do anything.
You like that, didn't you?
Not really.
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 18 feet from the cup. What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
That did everything but drop.
Don't worry about it, Emma.
And that should secure the par on this one. And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place.
Okay,
ahead of
that's
Tiger
okay,
Woods,
because Tiger
who's
lost
second.
one either on hole 1 or 2. I'm okay with that.
Here we have a long par 5.
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be.
I don't know if I'm.
play.
I can't
Third
remember.
shot is
Do
to
I?
a green perched
Do I
well
need to
above the
lay up
fairway,
here?
and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of
Oh,
the
no, I don't.
7th green.
Time for the second shot here on the second hole.
Yeah, we usually. I probably should lay up. Okay, that works.
Handy effort.
I'm okay with that.
Getting ready to play their third.
Okay, we need to. Let's roll this. Let's roll this out a little bit. Slow down.
That's a touch of class. Terrific little chip.
Oh, Dr. Chapinski strikes again.
Drop.
All right, you'll make it the next time. And now we go back to the 5th hole where this happened just a moment ago.
Oh, this just happened.
I got to say, check this shot out, and what a shot it was indeed.
Beamer, that was right out of your playbook. A touch of wizardry. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
You really hope that the wind is not blowing into your face on this tee shot and making it that much more difficult and longer. This green's perched up high. There's runoffs all around the left-hand side and the back portion of it, and obviously you want no part of coming up short. Players that find this green will find it difficult to two-putt as there's lots of humps and bumps.
All right,
and
let's see
swales
if
in it.
we'll find it difficult to
Good
two-putt.
sounding strike, that one. Well, that's beautifully judged.
I don't think I needed to club up, but I did.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
Okay, steady
It's
now.
not breaking like it did the last round. Look at Jeremiah.
An opportunity to make their par. And that puddle drop.
See,
Well done.
that shouldn't have been straight on,
After
but
that
it
performance,
played like
they'll
it
stay
should have
right
been.
where they are in the standings. Here we are at the 4th hole.
So we're like par in everything. I'm okay with par in everything. Yeah, Twitch is having
Oh, no,
problems
it's piped.
today.
That's heading down the runway. From around 170 yards here, he shares top spot.
I think we'll pop it there, see what happens.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
It might do a single bounce.
Oh, that was so
Ooh, I
close
could
to
have put a
going
little
in.
backspin on it.
A sensational shot and a chance for a birdie here on the 4th.
I'm gonna just throw it over here and see what happens. These greens have been a little sassy today. Yeah, see, look, it didn't
So
break at all.
close. A par putt awaits.
That's where that
gotta be
RNG's
frustrating.
kicking
Hit
in.
Such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
I gotta say, this is a 10 on the scale.
Nice putt to make that one. Let's take a look at the current standings. Expecting him to get after this one, Rich. It's a short par 4.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
All right. I don't know. We might. We might not. We'll see what happens. Okay, come on. We're gonna play it aggressively. I can hear Jeremiah clap, and it makes me happy that he's my caddy.
Yeah, that one will play.
Heck yeah, it will.
Sitting at -6 in a share of the lead.
Let's put a little backspin on there and see where she goes.
Oh, he liked
Apparently in the hole.
the whole way. That is absolutely brilliant. And with that, he'll move to 8 under par. Awesome play. And it's worth taking another look at that one.
Well, Luke, I think he's found his distance.
Let's take another look at Tiger from earlier.
This is how you do it 7 days a week.
You missed, though. They would have told me that that's a terrible effort if I did that. Oh, you rolled it back. Never mind. My bad.
Let's catch up with the current
My bad.
proceedings. Our leader is a couple of shots up at this stage. Well, there's some real momentum with this player coming off an eagle at the last.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side, but from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly, but still going in with a short iron into this par 4. A birdie is definitely makeable.
How about with a driver?
Not a bad line, this one.
Well, that kicked more than last time. I'm still not mad at it, but...
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
And from about 105 yards.
All right, we're just going to do that.
Well, good looking shot here. That's headed towards the green. Outstanding approach shot.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Just a 4-footer remaining. Don't want to miss it. Could be costly.
You're costly.
I don't mind the look of this. Yeah, they're good momentum makers, those ones. Good putt for birdie. And just now, it's Tiger Woods coming off a birdie at the last, and it moves him to within just 2 strokes of top spot. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Nice birdie in the last hole for a change. First one of the day. They needed it desperately. Now, next hole, looking for more.
All right. 5 wood. I'm tempted to dial. Well, where are we at to the pin? I'm tempted to dial this back and see how that takes us. Okay. Yeah, I'm like 2.5 feet away from
Looks
it.
like they've got the 5 wood.
And I haven't hit any soundproofing in the room, so you can definitely you'll be able to hear the echo in the room. But welcome, by the way. How you doing?
A wonderful shot here at the 7th and sets up another birdie chance. Just need to pull the putter back a little bit further, I think.
Not too bad.
This is,
Not too
I
bad.
can't believe what I just saw there. It seems surreal.
Decided to
This is
throw
crazy.
in another round of
I'll tell you
golf
what,
today.
There's been some great golf being played all over the course. Let's have a look at this.
Yeah, I definitely
was a
want to
second.
add something to soften up the one wall.
Absolute buckets. So after that effort, this is what the leaderboard looks like. Our current leader
But
is
yeah,
enjoying
today's going good. I'm glad the rain last night melted a bunch of the snow out because I have a bad attitude about winter right now. I guess they got 4 inches of snow up
And
north.
there's always the sense of a
That's the
birdie
heavy
when
wet
we
snow
stride
too.
onto a par 5 tee.
Close friend of mine was telling me today, and not their favorite. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a quality looking shot, this one.
How was the rest of the game
Short
last
stuff.
night? Did you guys have fun? What do you think of it? Give me, now that you've had some space away from being in it, how do you feel about it?
Second shot here on the 8th.
Oh, I'm going through that tree, aren't I?
That got caught up in a few of the branches.
That's really not what they were looking for.
And here we are with the 3rd shot. Currently in the lead by a shot.
I want to see if that does anything fun.
Going with the 7.
Yeah, this is lovely.
Well, she thinks it's lovely.
That's inside the house of opportunity. Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this
Yeah,
one.
I
tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
I hear you on that, and it's especially that beginning was very jump scary, but not like scare, like really scary.
Hey, nice looking line. That's impressive.
And I
He
think
just
once you
keeps
guys
extending his
figured
advantage
out
over the field.
what was going on, I think it got more fun for you.
And just now, Tiger Woods
So I
is
get
coming
you.
off a
I get
birdie
you on
last,
that.
which will take him to just 2 strokes off
I
the
definitely
lead.
don't understand how to avoid them
Definitely
when they're
get the
hunting,
attention
but
of our leader coming to these final holes.
you know, that's stuff that
The final hole on the front nine.
you guys will figure
Not
out,
a
I'm
single
sure.
bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting.
It was
This
fun to
green
see
is
how
very
it does it different.
not very wide.
And the glow sticks,
Big runoff area
leveraging
on
the
both
glow
sides of this
sticks is
green.
key.
A par here is
But
a solid number.
it's interesting to see how that
Shot
game
from
is
about
different
170 yards out.
in the
Currently
fact
leading
that
by 2.
each person has to get the stuff separately, but they still can work together. It was weird. Yeah.
Well, this one's right at the pin.
But it was fun to watch. I will say it was fun to watch.
They've got their rhythm going
Sounds
there.
good.
That's another green in reg.
I just had was
Amazing.
fighting with
to
a
see
migraine,
how
so I was
good
ready
this
to
player
not watch
is
the
in full
screen.
flow.
All right, we'll catch you when you get
Free
back.
to go here to the hole.
This for back-to-back birdies.
And now we go to the 11th, where this happened just a moment ago.
This is a beauty of a third.
I think we have about 2 weeks left of this game.
Yes, it's in.
Let's
Depending
take
how
a
long
look
these
as
cutscenes
it
take.
stands. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage.
We'll do a tournament look after this one, after round 4 of this one, and see.
It's time to begin this par 4 hole.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find the fairway.
Yeah.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Salen was here earlier saying I should put a visor
Great
on.
looking shot this.
That was kind of funny. Oh, look at that.
That was special. A good opportunity here, just 6 feet to the hole. Ooh, nice line.
We'll go another
That's their
birdie.
4th birdie of the day.
Emma's really going for it. Oh,
Let's take a look at Harold
when
Varner
Jackie
for
gets
the
back,
third.
we'll have to ask what they think about the pants. I don't know if they've seen the pants yet. Well, that was off the tee. What do you drive it on a par 4? Is that what you're happy about? I don't.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard.
I don't
Our
understand
current
that
leader
cutscene.
enjoys a 5-shot advantage.
Yeah, we're really kicking it in the second round here.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
Yeah, I don't
Playing
think
this
we're.
shot from 120 yards.
I feel like we should just do that and let it roll out a little. Let's see what happens. There,
Well, that's
it
a
rolled
great
out.
shot and a birdie opportunity coming up here at the 11th.
All right, so we're just gonna throw this over here and see if it breaks.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day.
There we go, Emma. I don't even remember getting that eagle.
And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's 2nd.
We're 6 ahead. Hopefully we can pull ahead a little bit more.
After a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
Emma is fired up. I want you guys to know about that.
Not bad. Henny,
Not
what's the player
bad.
facing here?
They can't quite see the green here, Luke, because it's elevated, it's much higher. They're definitely going to have to club up.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
That was not
that'll work,
clubbing
that's
up.
fine.
But the 4-mile-an-hour wind really took it.
Here's a good chance to move to 14 under with this putt. Ouch, that hurts.
I don't think it hurts as much as you think it does. Look at those pants. Like, Emma's got their sponsors. Emma doesn't care.
This would be a good one to make. It's for par. In she goes. Let's head to the next.
Like,
And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets
Xander.
set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Well played.
What an outstanding bunker shot. What a play. Great shot. Nicely done.
And after that effort, this is how the
I'm
leader...
glad Rich is happy with them.
Our
Jeez.
leader is up by a whopping 6 shots now. Let's see what happens here at the 13th.
I'm going to throw a little bit of backspin here and just see how this plays out. The green is pulling to the right, so hopefully it will kick, but yeah, I'm not mad at that.
12 feet to the cup coming up.
This is their look at birdie.
Oh, that broke a lot more than I expected.
Never quite hit that.
Downhill putt, and sometimes you think it's going to run out more than it does. Just couldn't quite figure it out this time.
3-putt for
Bogey
bogey.
putt coming up here. Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our
Not
leader
much, though.
stumbles with a bogey. Let's begin the 14th.
Let's begin the 14th.
That looks to be a fairway finder to me. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, we are checking in with
Cutscene.
Tiger
We're gonna have some
Woods
water.
as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
It's par, so he'll make it. Oh, he missed it.
That's frustrating. And back to the play, shall we?
So he should be minus 7 now, not -8.
Rich going for this green into plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
Okay, that's probably where we're going to miss it. Or we're not. Hopefully we can get an eagle there.
Nicely done.
Make up for that.
7 feet to the
bogey.
cup.
Yeah, this is looking nice.
And down it goes for an eagle.
There we go.
And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods.
All right, now we're up by
second place.
7.
Well, let's get amongst this 15th hole.
They're talking about getting a cheeseburger later. They're trying to find that local spot down the road. Because they're not familiar with San Antonio, Texas. Or are we in El Paso? I don't remember what part. We're in Texas. I don't know what part.
Good shot there, Beamer. What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
Ooh, is that going to make it? That 3-mile-an-hour wind really slowed it down.
Oh, well played.
Wave at the trees. Hello, trees. Oh, there is somebody there. Okay.
Trying to get to 15 under now with this opportunity.
I liked it better when I thought he was waving at trees.
A bit long on that one. Putting for par.
Yep, tracking well.
These guys are
Well done.
a little sassy today.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
Oh, Tiger picked up one there. That means we should have a chance at a birdie on
Let's
hole
see what
16
happens here
too.
at the 16th.
Only one other place I can think of, and that is the 6th at Riviera. A larger green than the 6th, but bunkers galore. Watch out for the one right in the middle.
I remember that Riviera course. Not really happy with it.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
Opting for the bunker, I think.
Not the result they were after there.
Not
How do you
taking
know? I
enough
like the
club
bunker.
to get it there.
That's
Maybe I
insane.
wanted to hit it in the bunker. You don't know me.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. Putting for a par now.
Let's go to our man John on the ground.
Like, maybe I want to play in the sand.
Let's find out what
I'm
it
tired of
is.
winter.
Hey guys, we're checking in with Xander Schauffele as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
And
Oh yeah, that's because
let's take a look at how
he
stands.
eagled something that I blamed on the hair,
Is enjoying a six
but it's
stroke
all good.
advantage.
It's all good. Welcome back, by the way. I don't know if you've seen Emma's new pants. Have you seen the
17th
diamond?
hole.
We went with the diamond. We thought this would be the best option.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
Maybe not. Oh, that's fine.
Well, Luke, you're right. He did find grass, but it's not the closely mown grass.
And Rich, why don't we just get a little Tiger highlight from a moment ago? Fine effort from our man, currently chasing the leader.
I mean, there's our Tiger
Let's get back
highlight.
to it, shall we? Setting up in the first cut.
Okay, so we're just going to back this off.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot.
Yeah, but it's going through the green.
That a boy. Good shot. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this.
I should have taken more off of that, but that's all good. I'm not worried about it. Let's just pop it right over there and see what happens.
Was on a good line. And this putt coming up for his par. So, still currently in the lead after that hole.
We're still 6 ahead.
Woods is lurking in second place. And now striding to the final tee of this round. And after that,
I mean, let's be honest. Emma does stride.
great shot.
I don't know. We didn't hit it as far this time. So we'll lay up.
Getting ready to play their third. Oh, almost went in. Lovely effort.
That would have been an eagle, and that would have been crazy. The stadium would have gone rowdy.
Putt. And that brings an end to the day. Well, that's some pretty tiny work through 2 rounds, Rich. Has opened up a huge buffer over the field.
A
I
huge
don't
buffer.
think I've seen 2 rounds this complete in my life, Luke. Having such a massive lead, how can they handle it?
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow.
All right, that was round 2, wasn't it? All right, let's sneak the next round in. Oh, we made some money. All right, let's play round 3. See what we can do.
.2K Sports and the PGA Tour proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Valero Texas Open. Today's coverage is about to kick off. Pleased you could join us for this 3rd round action.
Hey Trey, how's it going?
Hello, Luke Elvey
Welcome.
here with Rich Beam, and Rich, as this round begins,
How are you doing
your
today?
thoughts
Happy
on this
Wednesday.
particular player?
This player just needs to keep going out and just staying as relaxed as they have been, and don't take unnecessary chances. Just keep it simple. Find some fairways,
Just remember,
find some greens,
free the
find
locks.
if you will, and see where it lands at the end of the day.
I know I can't wait. Let's get back down to the coverage.
Just in case you needed a reminder of the locks. Yeah, how's your Wednesday going? Yeah, I'll take okay. I'm doing pretty good. I'm going to have to not stream on Saturday, so I decided to pick one up today and stream. Even though normally Wednesdays I don't. So. And, it's just been kind of a chill day after work, so why not?
He's got roughly 105 yards here.
Ooh, that's
good
pulling
play.
left.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Okay.
A 7-footer right here.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Is that going to break?
Just
Nope.
didn't drop.
I don't recall the downhill being that much.
Pretty
But
straightforward 4-footer coming up here.
Yep, tracking nicely.
Nicely holed. And for par.
oh, usual. I thought you
Solid
said
par right
usual.
there.
Unusual. Why is it
And with that
unusual?
hole behind them, they
I
currently
read that
lead
wrong. Sorry
out of
about
Tiger
that.
Woods,
An
who's second.
unusual Wednesday. I thought it read usual. Just a usual Wednesday.
Here we have a par 5.
Why was it unusual?
Straight away for the most part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the 7th green.
That's nicely done.
All right, I
Second
feel
shot
pretty good
on the
about
second.
that. Well, let's throw some backspin here because I think we're going to go through the green.
It might be an ambitious play, but I like it. Looks like they're going for the
But
green
that's good. I know you've been struggling sleeping lately, so it's good to hear that you've been sleeping more.
here. Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
And the birdie with big wings on the table here if they can make this one.
No, it didn't break at
Just
all.
missed.
We'll still get a birdie.
Oh, that would have been outstanding to make the eagle. That's signaling your intent. Go and get amongst it early.
Trying to make a statement early and often.
And looking at the standings now, and they're currently in first place, ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
I'm just going to pop it over there and see what happens.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron.
This one looks to be on a pretty good line.
Pretty good.
Oh, terrific approach. And a chance for birdie here at the 3rd. Oh, he's on fire today. Building
I'm on
upon his
fire,
lead, hole
by the
after
way.
hole.
Game face on early here, Luke.
And with that hole behind us, they're currently in the lead with Tiger Woods in second place.
Yeah, today was weird for me too.
That was absolutely murdered.
Okay, so we're what, 320 almost? Oh my goodness.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
Dude, they act like they don't know Emma, but they know Emma. I mean, right? You would think they would know Emma by this point. Emma's won every single tournament this year
Game
except
of
for
the 7.
one.
Pretty good shot
And
there.
that tournament Emma lost, mind you, it was like the 3rd tournament of the
Now
year.
this putt to get
And-
to 18 under par.
Emma got 2nd.
I can't believe this. Is this going to go in?
Well done.
Just the start they were looking for, Luke.
Yeah, we're gonna take a quick peek after the 4th round.
Leading by 8
To
strokes
see-
now after that hole.
See where we're at in the tournament on the PGA, to see really how long I think
Well, who doesn't love
How
a
much
short
more of
par
this-
4? Is it
this,
time to be aggressive or lay back?
season we have.
How is he going to play this? Lay back or go for it and
I'm going
extend
for
his
it.
lead?
This one
I mean,
looks
we're
to
gonna
be
end up in the
towards
rough.
fairway.
Yeah.
Luke, that did not end up where you said it was going to. It's in the rough.
Yeah, Luke, what the heck, man?
You love watching people play the game when it's like this. It looks so easy. This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
Chat just reloaded again. Twitch is struggling today. I want to be honest with you. Twitch is struggling today. Ooh.
Gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Big putt for par coming up. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
I don't even know who Troy is. Get back.
Setting up now on a par 4.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right-hand side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away from the players ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
How about going in with the driver? Oh, we're much more centered than this time. We've always been really far left on this
From
fairway.
110 yards out.
Let's just pop it over there and see what happens.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Oh, that went short.
Yeah, that was a safe play. What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
He's looking at 20 foot. This will be a good putt to hole. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
What do we think right about there?
This one looking really good.
Ooh.
That'll sting a bit. Just 3 feet to go to the hole.
Your
Don't
words
miss
sting.
this. They can be costly.
It's
Now,
not
6
costly.
shots in front after that hole. Teeing off here at the 7th.
I'm gonna do this.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
I'm okay with that. We're playing the safety round.
Well, this will be a big putt to make. The birdie always nice, but particularly when it's a 2.
Oh. That was way uphill.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt.
No, that was RNG, because look at how uphill it is. That's RNG playing bad.
That's a well-played chip shot there.
Judging it beautifully.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
Yeah, we had to play up that hill, and it didn't play that
Golf
way.
is a game of confidence, and I like it. Taking the big dog off the tee.
Oh, the tree's in my way.
Oh, well done. Time for the second shot at the 8th.
We had to play around that tree.
That's some good golf right there. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
I knew we had to play around that tree. Let's see which 7-mile-an-hour wind we got. Oh! How did that spin so much? I didn't even do a full spin on it.
Shot. A look here to get to 18 under the card with this putt. Okay, steady now. And this one is for his par.
That's fine
He's
with me.
currently sitting in 1st place.
I haven't picked up as many shots, but Troy's not going to be sustainable there.
We've reached the 9th hole. Time to tee off.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
I don't know what to do here. I feel like we need to do this.
Going with the 5-wood.
Okay, that will roll out a little.
Quality shot, that one. What's in front of them, Henny?
Firm, back, up the hill. This will be a good one.
We'll throw a little bit of break on this.
Ooh. An opportunity to make a par here. Now 4 shots up after that hole.
Yeah, Troy dropped one too. I stayed flat, Troy dropped.
We have a par 4 on this one.
Generous driving area on this downhill par 4 that doglegs slightly from left to right. Second shot will be back up the hill to a green that's well protected by 3 bunkers. This is a good birdie opportunity if you find.
Oh, look at that kick left.
That's not what
Yeah,
they hoped
RNG's
for.
kicking her
That.
butt this round.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up from about 100 yards. Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. The
Let's see
wind
if we
was
can get,
howling, but that didn't matter.
a
7
birdie
feet
off
to
of
the
this.
cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Look at how much that broke
That
for
hurts.
how little the lines were moving. That's where that RNG kicks in. But
Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. Time to see what this par 4 has in store.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second
It's
shot,
just
because the
crazy.
screen sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer, but it's going to leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
That's tiny. Here we
Okay,
have
it's
the
Emma.
second shot into the 11th.
let's see what that does. I've had that crosswind take a bunch off of it. That's why I
Now this putt
still hit it
to
that
get
hard.
to 18 under par. Ooh, right by the hole. Just a tiny putt is all that remains. In the end, that will be a disappointing par after such a great approach shot. Let's see what happens here at the 12th.
Let's see what happens. How's everybody doing out there, by the way? Chat's still around. Do I need to free the locks
That's a
again?
Good-looking shot there.
Do I need to push my
Playing this
social
shot
media?
from around 120 yards.
Yeah, that's fair. Oh, nice. That sounds lovely. I think most everybody here are friends,
Okay, that'll work.
but if you haven't yet, the last we
Okay,
checked,
Keith.
four
What's happening
followers
with
or
this putt?
followers
Setting
away
up
from
this putt
affiliate.
20 feet from the
It's
cup.
free to follow. Go follow Jackie. does mainly art streams, sometimes some variety video games, but all zen and fun. Usually family friendly. Just a nice chill time to have in the foreground or the background. I try. We're trying to nudge that.
And this is quality play, still on top of the
Yeah, I
lead.
think you're about 4 away, aren't you? I know that you don't keep too close of an eye on it, but I think
Always
we
positive
keep
coming
pushing
from
this
Birdie.
little
Let's see
nudge.
what happens here.
and it's. I mean, just remember, it's free to follow. Just remember that, everyone. It
Going
makes a
with the hybrid.
difference.
Oh, that's a great shot. And sets up a birdie.
I only shout out when you're here because then I can push the little button because it's on my stream deck.
This
But
one's for birdie.
then also if anybody has questions about your stream that I may not be able to answer, you're here to answer.
Right over the spot they were looking at.
Mark it down. That's birdie number 5.
So-
Back-to-back birdies. Never
So
hurt
one,
much.
it's
Gotta like it. He's feeling it.
I like having you around on if I push it because then you can answer if somebody's like, oh, what kind of art or something, and something way over my
Sits
head.
in first position. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 5.
All right, so par 5. We'll throw it right over there. I took the wind pretty well.
Rich going for this green into plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you
I'm
get
just
a
going to
little
chill
bit
it over
off
here.
line.
What do you guys think?
Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
How about we don't miss it long and left and we just hit the green?
As soon as that left the club, you knew it was going left.
What are you talking about? We're on the green. Okay, maybe we're not on the green.
Good play there, Rich. I like it a lot.
It's an aggressive play.
He is
Luke,
all
like to
over the
see it on this
place, and
par
I don't
5.
know what it means. It's an aggressive play. I like it, but it was way to the left.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Mark it down.
All right, there we
That's
go. We got
6
another
birdies
birdie.
today. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. We've arrived at a par 4 hole.
I really expect more in that sentence. We've arrived at a par 4
Looks like
hole.
they put a good swing on
Like
that
I'm
one.
expecting them
That
to
should
be
find the
like
shortstop.
elaborate a little bit more, but they're just like, nope, we're done. I'm gonna go silent.
And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Looks to be going with the 6 iron.
I think it's gonna be a little short.
Club up. I like this play.
Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it.
Of all the shots
Anybody
I like
note
the
takers
most,
out there?
that one ranks right up there.
Are there any
5 feet
note
coming up to
takers
the
in the
cup.
chat?
That starts off on a good line.
That was a gallant attempt. Putting for a par here. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert? Leading by a whopping 7 shots after that one. Stepping up to the 16th tee now.
Only one other place I can think of, and that is the 6th at Riviera. A larger green than the 6th, but bunkers galore. Watch out for the one right in the middle.
Okay, we will. No need to be sassy about it.
Going with the 6-iron here. This would be a great up and down.
Completely fair. I'm not much of a note taker anymore. There was a time that I did take a lot of notes.
Certainly makes putting easy if you can chip it that close.
Great touch.
That's funny, Trey, and you're right. You are right.
4 feet to the cup.
I didn't. Depending the subject for me is the note
Nice
taker.
And there it is.
But Trey, you are so right there. Because it's all over the place, isn't it? But yeah, I completely understand that in a D&D
in the lead
campaign,
now
you would
after
need
that
to
hole.
take notes.
Here we are at the 17th tee.
Should we go for it? Let's go for it. I'm fine with that. Don't shake your head, Emma. You almost drove the green on a par 4.
Second shot here on the 17th.
I'm so disappointed. And it's like, no, Emma, don't worry about it, man.
Oh, golf clap. That's a beauty. An opportunity for a birdie here. And
Bam.
mark it down. That's birdie number 7 on the scorecard.
Okay, we're
Managing
8
to
ahead.
maintain their
I'm okay
position
with
on
that.
the
Troy,
leaderboard
you need to
after that
stay at
effort.
13.
Now on the
All right, let's see
tee,
what-
fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Yeah, we only have 2 rivals left. And if I remember correctly, we do 2 rounds of rivals, but maybe not.
Time for the second shot on the 18th.
Oh, yeah, we're not playing that. But we have Lydia and then Tiger.
Well struck. And here we are with the third shot. Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
It's the pants.
Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
There we
Round now
go.
in the books.
That was a
But
birdie.
Next time.
Minus 22. Should we sneak one more round in
Well,
before?
this is lovely play, and it just confirms it after grabbing the 54-hole lead. Good playing, Rich.
Always good to be out in first place. That means you can afford to make
Should
a
we finish
mistake
this round before
tomorrow,
we
but you
take
don't wanna
our
make too many
stretch
of
break,
them,
or should we do a
chasing
stretch
back what
break?
you
What do you
want.
guys think?
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Let's sneak one more round in. Let's finish this tournament up before we take our stretch break. No, it'll be my second. I snuck one in like right after 1 hour. So it's been almost an hour anyways. Well, it has been an hour
Proudly
since.
presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Valero Texas Open is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
Never easy going to bed with the lead, and they're out here today.
I don't know about you guys, but Emma slept well.
I gotta say, though,
It was Jeremiah that was up.
Well, that's why they have the lead. So they have to be excited, and they have to like their chances going to this final round.
Well, it's all set up for an exciting event. Can't wait to get into this.
Same. All right. 3 mile an hour wind starting the day off. I'm not mad about that.
Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. And taking aim from around 100 yards here.
Okay, we're going to just pop her right there and see what happens.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. That should find the surface.
I sense some judgment in that tone.
Well,
Anybody else sense some judgment?
Up a birdie opportunity.
I feel like he was judging us.
And a fantastic look upcoming.
So, still currently in the lead after that hole, but Tiger Woods is lurking in
Yeah,
second place.
just a little bit. Not like, oh, Emma, you suck. It's more,
Ooh, I like this. The cover's coming off the big
you know,
dog.
like, did you
Time to
choose
let it
that?
loose.
Like, you
Straight
think
away
that's a
for
good
the most
idea?
part, but there's a lot of danger both right and left here. The fairway bunkers down the left-hand side shouldn't really cause an issue. However, the second shots, the layup zone, there is a deep bunker on the right-hand side that could be brought into play. The third shot is to a green perched well above the fairway, and it's actually a double green. This green is also part of the seventh
It's actually a
green.
double green. All right, we cleared 300 yards, so our second shot should be a little bit easier.
Time for the second shot here on the second hole.
All right, let's just throw it here and see what happens. Are we getting up there? No.
Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Getting ready to play their third.
I feel like Emma's got to pee or something because he's definitely walking pretty brisk.
So
Really?
much easier when you roll like that, isn't it?
Such soft hands.
3-putt bogey.
Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. And with that hole behind them, they currently lead ahead of Tiger Woods, who's second.
Oh, look at
This
Troy.
is quite
Troy's
astonishing
stalling
performance
out
by
there.
the leader. Their advantage now out to double digits. I'm not sure if the chase back is good enough to catch them.
There's the first time we heard it this tournament. We will hear it again. All right, we're gonna do that, and we put some roll on it. See how that will work. We probably could have clubbed up, but that's fine.
Nicely done. Never seen a scorecard that doesn't look good with a 2 on it.
Yeah, I definitely have a scorecard that has a 2 on it. 12 on that hole. Get a little break.
He was on a good line. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. And now that finds him in first place.
Troy, simmer down. Back off.
Teeing off here at the 4th. That should find the cut stuff.
Trey, did you enjoy last night's game? How often have you seen that before?
Setting up here from about 195 yards.
I feel like I should club up one, but whatever.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Yeah. Hey, ball, you need to simmer down.
Not sure if that's what they're intending to do.
What's a strange miss there? Look, they've been hitting the greens all day long.
Yeah, we hit the middle of the green. It
And here
rolled
we are
off.
with the third shot.
Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure how familiar you were with it.
Seven feet to the cup.
Trying to save par here.
I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah, it was fun.
That
It
hole
was
behind us, they're currently in the lead with
quite a bit different than the other
second
ones,
place.
but a good time.
Teeing off here at the 5th.
Really hoping they play this one aggressively.
All right, we're gonna throw it right there and see what happens. I can't remember if this kicks left or not. It does a little bit, but that's fine.
Second shot here on the 5th.
That might roll out, but I don't care.
Oh, wouldn't that have been nice? That's a high quality recovery shot.
Love watching this player around the greens.
Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance.
Troy's been picking up the pace. You back off, Troy.
Let's see what happens here on the 6th.
Players must find the fairway, avoiding that bunker down the right
Oh,
hand
really?
side. But from there, second shot is up the hill to a green that runs away
That'll
from the
be
players
interesting.
ever so slightly. But still, going in with a short iron into this par 4, a birdie is definitely makeable.
I know that everybody enjoys Phasmo, but definitely
That dog will
the
hunt.
jump scares are getting less
Around
and less
110 yards to go.
with it, and the game is more predictable in the group than it was before because they're getting familiar.
Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Oh, this is on a fantastic line. Is it the right distance?
I would call it the right
Stop
distance.
it. What a shot.
Wave at the
Really
trees.
doesn't get any better than that. Amazing shot.
A 7-footer right here.
All
7
right,
footer.
guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
Oh, just missed.
There's your RNG. See it kind of flatten out and then go down? Yeah. Still rolling.
An opportunity to make their par. Just didn't drop.
I almost had to be at a 45-degree angle, and I bet you it wouldn't have broke
And
that
this
much
one
if
will
I
wait
was.
for bogey. And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. Trying to forget the bogey on the last as they step onto the tee.
I really don't care about the bogey on the last.
opting for the 5-wood.
Oh, that will play nice.
Great shot into the 7th and a chance for birdie. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Oh, what a stroke. Yes, they've made it.
We rebounded from that bogey. You think we can pull the -30?
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Now a par 5 hole awaits.
Luke, this player coming off a birdie on the last hole, getting some momentum going their direction.
Yeah, I agree that it will be difficult with the RNG, but I still think we can do it. I gotta, oh, that's right, I gotta pull this to the right more because that tree's in the way otherwise. I'm gonna have to shape this a little.
Not bad. Second shot here on the 8th.
I don't know, getting around that tree, if there's anything better than that right there.
Getting ready to play their 3rd.
I kind of want to go a little bit long here because look at that. It will just, if it doesn't make it, tell me that the RNG is going to get me up on that hill or if it's going to have me run short and roll down. Well, there's part of it. Uh-oh. Stop. Yep, there it goes.
Oh, absolutely flushed. And just about 8 feet left to the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
Nice look at birdie.
That's frustrating.
I don't think so.
Coming up here.
RNG is
Our
frustrating,
current
not
leader
that.
now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a long par 4.
Not a single bunker on this hole. Tee shot is fairly straightforward. Just hit it straight, find the center of the fairway. The second shot, however, gets a little interesting as this green is very deep, not very wide. Big runoff areas on both sides of this green. A par here is a solid number.
Right
This
on.
shot here near the 200-yard marker. Looks to be going with a hybrid here. Hope it gets a good kick to the left.
It will.
That's an absolute ripper. What a
Ripper.
shot.
We haven't heard that for a while. That's an absolute ripper.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Careful not to leave this one short. It's back uphill and nothing worse than leaving an uphill putt short.
Well, that looked good for a long way. It's a lofty position this player has held all tournament, but what a
All right,
buffer
so we
they've
made
got
it
with
to the
just 9
turn.
play.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
Good shot there. It's a fairway finder for sure.
The highlights have been cutting out. Now we're gonna hit like every hole a highlight because we haven't had a highlight this round yet. I don't
What kind
think.
of a shot are they facing this time?
And from around 135 yards,
Going with the pitching wedge here.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
A wonderful shot and a chance for birdie here on the 10th. This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. It's got a chance.
There we
It's a
go.
lovely putt to make for birdie. Take some pride in that one.
-4 today. All right, we got to get 4 more in 8 holes.
Leading by 9 strokes after that one. Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Tee shots must be placed on the left-hand side to get the best view and angle for their second shots, as this green sits below the player and moves from left to right. Tee shots down the right might be closer,
This hole
but
looks
it's
kinda
going to
cool.
leave a second shot over a deep bunker and making it that much more difficult to get close.
From around 120 yards here.
Put a little bit of backspin on there and just leave it at it.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Oh, this needs a little right turn, Clyde.
Not really.
Gee, it's metronomic here. Green after green. Gee, golf looks easy when you're playing like this.
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Yeah, look at that. The
Gee, they had a
lines,
chance,
and
didn't they?
I've seen lines going half that speed, and they pull more than that. So I don't
The
know.
par putt
That's
on the
your
table.
RNG you're talking about, Trey.
That was a sensational approach, Rich, but you've got to feel like an opportunity was lost.
I don't really think it
He's
is
currently sitting in first
opportunity
place.
lost.
Teeing off here on the 12th hole.
Jeremiah looking boss.
Handy effort, that one. And inside the red zone, around 110 yards to go. Opting for the 9-iron. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole.
I'm happy with that line.
That's right out of the copybooks.
That's
Exquisite.
probably the hair.
This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
this is what they have left for birdie here.
Gee, that's good playing. 6 birdies in a round.
All right, so we need 3 more.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Let's see what happens here on the 13th hole, shall we?
Let's see what happens if I get the right club. You know, we're just going to lay it up over here. Or there.
Looks like they've got the 5-wood.
That's probably the best shot we could have done.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's got to be careful this doesn't get away from him here. This is downhill.
I wasn't sure how backspin was going to play on that hook, so I wanted to play it safe. That's why I'm way up here.
Yeah, fair effort. A par putt awaits. No movement up or down.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how that was going to play with pulling the, what's that, the draw.
Welcome to this par 5 hole.
Might be able to get one here. It's a par 5.
Rich going for this green in 2. Plenty of sand there to mess with your golf ball.
It requires accuracy. There's no doubt about that. There are bunkers both right and left that can certainly gobble up your golf ball if you get a little bit offline. Anything missing a little bit long and left, however, though, that is a good spot to miss it.
I think that's a good spot to miss it too, guys. I hear you. I hear you clapping, Jeremiah.
Well, this person displays the power game in pure fashion there.
I tell you what a sensational play. This player stepped up their game. A bold play, hopefully a bold reward.
So exciting to have an eagle putt here. Oh, I like the look of this.
I don't.
Oh, so close.
That's going to go off the front of the green.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This is a 12-footer here.
Oh,
You see it not break at all?
Looking good, wasn't it? And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole. Well,
That's
this
all
player
good.
is
We're up by
mighty fine.
9.
Their lead is now 9 after that performance.
I'm not mad at that.
Teeing off here at the 15th hole.
All right, let's just pop this puppy up here.
This one looks to be heading for the sanctuary of the fairway. Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Setting up here from about 155.
Put a little bit of backspin on there and see if the wind takes it.
And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a great shot here at the 15th.
It's
It sets
Emma.
up a look for birdie. 11 feet left to the hole.
Let's be honest, it's Emma.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
Well, you're going to be hard to catch now if you keep making putts like that.
Okay, we got 3 holes to get 2 more.
Good breathing room. Out in front by a bunch.
Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling.
Only one other place I can think of, and that is the 6th at Riviera. A larger green than the 6th, but bunkers galore. Watch out for the one right in the middle.
All right, let's see what happens there. Come on back a little.
Well, that's beautifully judged.
Birdie at the last. This for another.
Ouch.
Oh, they didn't give it to me.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt.
There's your RNG tray.
Let's take a look at the next one.
Keeping us within 9.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
With 9 strokes, I think we can hang on. I don't know, guys. We'll play this, but
That's heading for the fairway.
I don't think it is. Oh, it stayed on the fairway this
Right out
time.
of the top draw. A great shot from our leader.
Put every ounce they had into that drive.
Ooh, that almost went down.
Okay, so there's one of
A
them.
chance for a birdie if this goes down. Well, what a performance. 8 birdies on the card.
Oh, this is the nail biter,
Six
Trey.
in first position.
We got to hit a birdie on hole 18.
Looking to
par
run the
5.
momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot. Well, I like the look of the line here. This should find the fairway. Second shot here on the 18th hole.
The nail biter isn't the fact that we're trying to stay ahead of the pack. The nail biter is, can we break minus 30?
Well, there's a very good reason why he's leading this tournament, and that's Exhibit A. And here we are with the third shot.
All right, we'll throw a little spin on there. All right, that should be good.
Well, you can see why he's leading. That was a shot of high caliber. This is always a good moment. A putt to win the tournament. I like the look of this.
And we get to minus 30.
Exercise performance by our champion. They have now added the Valero Texas Open to their list of wins.
After this victory, Luke, I'm pretty sure this player's going to have a little bigger hitch in his giddy-up.
Please don't say that again. Goodness. All right. I'm going to take 5. Well, probably not 5. I'm going to take a quick stretch.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
We'll be back in a couple minutes. Some of you are going to see a quick couple ads. Some of you are going to see a stretch routine. Either way, I say get up and stretch. You're not missing any gameplay. I'm not going to start back up until both are over. And it's a good time to refill the water. You know, do what you got to do. But of course, you're not going to miss any gameplay. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes. All right, we're back. Hopefully everybody had a good stretch. I did. And we hit minus 30, which was what we were hoping for. We've maxed out all our sponsors now, so nothing more to gain off of that. Another 500 points in the FedEx Cup. It's ridiculous. No, we're good, Titleist. Now you want a piece of us, Wilson. No, I'm good. Nike, you've been pushing far too often. All right, so we're just shy of 5,000 ahead of Tiger Woods right now. I don't even know what you can catch up with. We've won 14 of the 15 tournaments. Sprite again, man. PA lottery. Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're gonna check the schedule here quick. So we don't need this one. This is the one if we're not in the top, and that's why Tiger won that one. All right, so we're down through here. So how many tournaments we got left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So we have 17 tournaments left. And we get through about a tournament and a half a day. So about 11 streams left after this, let's say. So that's 2 weeks, because we do 4. It's a little over 2 weeks. Oh no, I don't want to cancel. Because we do about 4 weeks, so that's a little under 3 weeks. Look at that one. Yeah, we don't need you though. I feel like we are totally underutilizing our grip and our shaft. We're club sponsored by Ping, so we kind of need to hop in this party. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, we're already hitting the ping game there. But that looks fun. Let's do that. That's not good. feel like that might help. That's an even play. I'm gonna do that. I'm looking at the 2 plus 8s. Same with that one. None of that is looking good for me. So that's up 1. That's even. That's no good. Worth $150. Yeah, we don't need hats, but you know, we'll look at them. Telling you. What did I miss? Oh, shoes. I mean, those look slick, but they're not with my sponsor, so no. The question is, should we spend the 500 to get the next level here? We're doing it. Oh, it undo, and I thought it was going to give us another one. Oh, this is going to be lame. I thought it was 500 to buy another stat. That's unfortunate. Mistakes were made. We just blew $500 for no reason. All right, that didn't take that long. All right, let's not do that anymore. Emma has some trouble with tossing the money away. All right, let's oh, we don't get a rivalry again. Playing too well. Let's get a round of golf in. Maybe 2.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you
All right, so we're at
for the FedEx Cup.
we're at
Today's
the
coverage
LC
of the
Club.
Legends Championship is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
Well, I'm happy to be here,
Hello all,
Answer.
Luke Elvey here alongside a PGA champ, Rich Beam in the booth. And Rich, this week we find ourselves just west of Atlanta, Georgia, at Lone Grove Golf Course.
Just west of
About this opening
Atlanta.
hole. What are the players dealing with?
It's absolutely spectacular setting here. First hole really gets your attention in a hurry. Just 456 yards, which is not long by modern day standards. But I tell you, with lots of trouble right with 2 deep bunkers, you miss a little left, you're going to find some trees. The green is protected by 1 bunker in front of it. But other than that, it's a pretty gentle second shot, but with lots of runoff areas around the green.
Upped
There's
one.
a good opening score.
It's all set up to be a beauty. Let's see how it unfolds.
No harm.
I don't think I've ever
shot.
played this course, so
Let's see if we can
this
make
should be
this
interesting.
big putt for birdie. Oh, so close, but an easy par. That was pretty straightforward.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
He's currently tied for 7th.
After 1 hole.
Okay, let's take it down to John McCarthy, who seems to be hiding behind a tree here. John, you've been getting familiar with this golf course. What will the players be dealing with this week at Lone Grove Golf Course?
Well, Luke, as I walk the course, checking
Well,
out this
people are
morning,
going to
the one
get
thing that
familiar
is
with how
immediate
Emma kicks their
is
rear
this
end.
course is full of elevation changes, not only throughout the holes either. It's like even when you get to the greens, the elevation changes.
You see that
can
false
get
front
you.
on that
These
green, so we're going to have
greens
to
are dynamic, and that is putting it
We're
very
gonna have to
lightly.
play.
You really have to plan out your approach shots into these greens, so make sure you don't leave yourself in trouble. Some of these greens can straight up reject a poorly executed approach shot just from the contours of the green alone. Other times you may leave yourself on like the wrong shelf of a green, making
I should have
the
put some
next putt
backspin, but I
nearly
did
impossible.
not want to go
These
off that false
greens
front.
can really play tricks on you here at Lone Grove Golf Course, and I'm looking forward to see how the players deal with it today.
13 feet to the cup.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
I'm okay with this. Look at how slow those lines went and how much it pulled to the right.
It's just about 3 feet away. And the putt drops, and we're moving on. So no movement there. The player remains at even par. And an opportunity awaits as they step onto this tee of the par 3.
All right, we're just going to pop it right there and see what happens.
Looks to have chosen the 7-iron. Nice shot that. That should find the surface. Oh, that's a lovely looking shot into birdie range.
I would say that's lovely.
Time to take a look at some of the action from elsewhere on the course.
It's from the sand. Oh, Ricky.
Ridiculous effort there by Ricky Fowler.
Let's return to live play now. It's just about 3 feet away.
That's a missed opportunity by Ricky Fowler.
How about that one? Currently
Definitely should have hit that one in.
Always like to see.
All right, now we're tied for third.
moving
We're
up
getting
the
there.
leaderboard, never a bad thing.
Let's see what happens here.
Oh, par
on the
5.
4th.
I'm going to put it out a little bit further. I feel like that was uphill.
Well played. Well, Rich, it's only mid-season, but you've got to like the way the player has been performing so far.
Yeah, look, this player has played so solid all year long. It's well within the top 125. I don't see any issues.
125. I'm in first by like 5,000
That's safe to
points.
say they're going to go ahead and move on.
Well, that's a tremendous shot and sets up a wonderful opportunity.
Using
Hello,
the big
trees.
muscles to get it home in 2 there.
It's a big tree.
A chance to move into first here with this putt.
I still am happy with that putt.
No, that's too bad.
A little too cautious on that effort there, Luke.
What are you talking about? It was
Half
like
a
a
chance of being home
60-foot
with this one.
putt.
Oh, look who's getting on a roll now. That's back-to-back birdies. And that will take him to 2 under.
Jeremiah's all
Finds
about
himself
that.
in a share of the lead.
All right, Adam, stay right there.
Lovely momentum for this player after that birdie at the last hole. Keep it rolling.
I feel like we need to just nudge it up over here, otherwise that water is going to play.
Playing from around 110 yards out. Is
Yeah, I'm
currently
okay with
tied
that.
for the lead.
So we're going to just hopefully not hit it too far. Somebody's going to say kick to the left, but
That was a beauty.
And as good as they putt, you almost have to guarantee this one.
no pressure though from
This
announcer.
putt will move them to 3 under par. Like the look of this one. And that will drop in for a birdie. And that will take him to 3 under.
Emma's got this
The
going.
leader now has a 1-stroke advantage.
And we're only 5 holes in.
Here at Lone Grove Golf Course, the 6th hole is a par 4 measuring a decent 465 yards, Rich, all the way back there at the tips.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty of room to hit it both right and left. But if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker
No
that runs the
bunkers.
left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes that second shot so much more
What
difficult to get it
hole
close.
is he talking about? Because it's not this one.
Going with the 7. This one's going right at the pin here.
I like how he called out that it's going right at the pin. It was like a foot right of the pin.
This putt of about 7 feet to the hole.
So far, so good.
There's
And
another
with
birdie.
That's their 4th birdie. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. And there's no movement on the leaderboard after that hole.
Except that I pulled ahead by 1 more stroke. Adam.
Let's see what happens here. on
That
the
is your
7th.
real name. I think so, because he was talking about no bunkers and didn't even mention the water. And then he's like, yeah, and then there's a bunker by the green. There was 0 bunkers by that green. Like, I don't even know what to say to that dude. Come back.
Well, got some sort of streak going on here.
He's
Greens
had a
in
little too much
regulation. What a
spicy
statistic.
water over there.
And now we go to the 3rd, where this
Oh,
happened
he's in the
just a
sand.
moment
Tony
ago.
Finau in the
Tony
sand.
Finau with a fantastic
I don't even know
shot.
why we clipped this.
Okay, let's get back to the action.
He's gonna make it. Like, that's just...
A chance to move to 5 under par.
Looking better.
And that putt will drop, and he'll extend his lead. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
I will keep moving that.
Still in the lead now after that hole. We've reached the 8th hole. Tee shot is looking good here.
I mean, yeah, it's looking good.
Penny, what have they got in front of them here?
He's looking at perhaps 175, I'd say.
I'm gonna pull this back a little bit and see what happens.
Opting for the 6 iron. Should find the green.
Should find the green.
Oh, that's a great approach shot. What an opportunity to make a birdie. Nice stroke. Currently 6 under for the round.
Let's see if we can get to 10 under on this one.
And they'd be feeling buoyed with confidence after that birdie. Here's a good chance to maintain the momentum.
Already in first place, trying to make that margin larger.
Attaboy, good shot. Let's head over to the 11th.
It's
Trying to
going
work
in.
a little draw into this flag.
Oh, maybe not.
Well, not a bad approach, that one. Up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole.
Well, I think they're attacking this one, taking it on in 2. I like their style.
We're gonna just pop it right there and see what happens.
Going with a 3-wood here.
We'll probably hit the bunker, but oh, that's good. I'll take that. Oh, it's coming back too.
That was special. Trying to get to 8 under par with this putt.
I think you can do it.
That was a gallant attempt. Good chance this one. Right on 6 feet.
Still,
that's a
still
really-
got a birdie.
And with that, he'll move to 7 under. Incredible.
I'll take 7 under.
Rich, how are we looking after 9?
Always great to be in the lead, Luke. There's no doubt about it. But let's face it, lots of golf yet to be played. Let's see how this player handles it.
Always positive coming off a birdie. Let's see what happens here.
Let's see what happens.
Oh, well struck. This drive's heading for the fairway in my eyes.
I agree with that statement.
And Henny, what's he facing with this one?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
All right, we'll pop it right there and see what happens.
Looks to have chosen the 7 iron. And tidy looking shot, that one.
Now, usually 7 irons don't backspin that well, so yeah.
Oh, standing ovation after that shot.
Luke, nothing
There are
gets
no
past
chairs.
you. Yes, this kid is a stud.
A birdie putt awaits. Currently 8 under for the round.
Yeah, round 2 is totally going to be
Picking it up on
awful,
the
isn't
11th
it?
hole here.
I think we're just going to pop it right there and see what happens.
Opting for the hybrid, I think.
This one is chewing fiber.
Still don't know what that means.
Yikes!
I would have been
And
happier
ladies
if
and
it didn't hit the pin.
That was laser-like. Took a great deal of accuracy there. You liked that, didn't you?
No, because it hit the pin and then
What are we
ended up
looking
way
at
over
for
here.
this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 15
Now we're going to hit
feet
par
from the cup.
because it's 15
Short
feet.
game has been absolutely fantastic today.
Can we pass up on chewing fiber and be closer?
It's got a chance. Always nice to hold those for a birdie.
Okay, I don't know what about chewing fiber though.
Trying to get to 2 under with this putt.
Go for it, Ricky.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Oh, you almost had it, Ricky.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Our current leader is up by a whopping 7 shots now.
I told you, Tom, stay away. And Adam.
The 12th hole here at Lone Grove Golf Club, 543 yards, par 5.
Again, no bunkers off the tee shot here, Luke, though, but anything missing out to the right or even far left, you're just going to have all kinds of problems. Second shot down the hill to a green that's surrounded by water in the front, bunkers both left and right. I love this golf course. I love the beauty of it, but I got to say, it is a really difficult course.
Lining up from about 230 yards here.
I think we can do that.
Going with the 5-wood.
Looks like they're definitely going for it.
I feel like I should have put some more. I should have backed it off even more. I just was scared of RNG there because I was afraid it was going to
Par 5 in 2.
thump me into the
Love
water.
Watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Yeah, that definitely
Steady
cut
now.
more than I expected, and look at how much it's going.
And Henny, what are they looking at here?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, just missed.
3 putt
The
of
only
par.
good thing about 3 putting for par is you don't drop a shot. Time now for
Yeah,
the
there's your
4th shot.
RNG. Oh, Baba.
Wow, what a save. That'll help make a big
I still
move.
don't think you should be wearing a hoodie. It's
It's
pretty
time
hot
to
out.
check on the leaderboard. Our current leader is enjoying a 7-stroke advantage. Next up is this 2-shot hole.
I think right there.
Good looking shot this. And they're playing from about 140 yards out. Going with the 9-iron, I think.
Yeah, with a little bit of
Right, going
backspin.
with a little bit more club. Let's see.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 13th.
I think it was a wonderful shot too.
This putt to get to double digits under the card.
Little birdie look in here.
It's on a great line. Super shot that.
There we go. It's like the first couple tournaments before our handicap was ridiculous and RNG kicked in.
Fortune favours the brave. Plenty of bravery here. Out comes the driver.
I don't see it being that brave.
Oh, that was mashed. Second shot here on the 14th hole.
I don't even know if I'm hitting in the right direction. Like, I think so. Like, is there a better play than this? Because it seems like pretty easy.
Nicely done.
I don't know.
Getting ready to play their third.
See what happens there.
Nicely done. 8 feet to the cup.
This for a birdie run.
I think that's straight on.
Good looking putt. And with that putt hold, it's back-to-back birdies.
I like it. 2 in a row. He's feeling it.
Yeah, we're at a 61 right now.
Currently 11
This is
under
like the
par
score
for
we
the
were
round.
playing pre-handicap.
We've arrived at a par 4.
Still think he should say more than we've arrived at a par 4.
From about 200 yards out. Going with the 5-iron here.
Yeah, it's gonna go right a little bit, but
Needs this to kick a
that's
bit
okay.
left.
I knew the hill was there, but
Terrific shot into the 15th and a chance for birdie. What's in front of them, Henny?
He's got 10 feet here. I think he likes it.
Just building upon his advantage. He keeps making the important plays.
we're at a 60.
Currently 12 under for the round. Teeing off here on the 16th hole.
See what happens there.
Choosing the 9-iron here.
Now we're gonna go full spin, but we backed a little bit off to see if it would get closer. Yeah,
Wow, what a shot.
Full of
that's the right
confidence as
choice.
well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
Let's catch up with Ricky
Oh,
Fowler.
Ricky's coming out of the sand.
Oh! Don't give them praise, just look with admiration. Okay, time to return to the action. Putting for birdie here. This one started out on a good line. And that's for birdie. Well hold.
Solid work, Emma.
Currently 13 under for the day. Always exciting when you stand up on the tee on a short par 4.
Standing on this par 4 and leading What's the strategy? What's going on through their mind? Attack it or lay back?
Emma attacks. Have you seen any of the Legends of Zeldas?
Wonderfully played. Time for the second shot at the 17th.
Let's see how that goes. I think that went okay.
Oh, well done. Always love these opportunities, especially when it's for birdie. Well, that's a
Emma's at a 58
The
right
lead
now.
is now out to 10 shots. Incredible. Well, that really puts our leader way out in front of the pack now, and it's only the first round.
Well, that's the first time they've acknowledged that.
Have tested the plan. They find themselves on yet one more examination with this last hole.
I love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want. There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
All right, so we're just going to pop it right there and see how much we can take off of it.
Going with the hybrid.
This needs just a little work to the left-hand side.
Not a bad approach. Grab the putter from the caddy. You're dancing.
I don't dance with putters.
And this putt to move to 15 under par. This one's dialed in. And with that, this round comes to a close.
Not a bad round there, Emma. We birdied all but 3. I could do one more
Well, it was a
round.
stout performance all day, and they're going to find themselves with the lead.
They're feeling awfully good about their game, aren't they? But there's lots of golf left to play. They need to make sure they go out.
Sounds good, Trey. I'll be
Continue
here.
to play on the front foot and try and get this thing done.
On behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in, and see you next time.
We're 11 ahead after one round. All right, let's see what happens. We're just going to jump into round 2 here.
Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Legends Championship. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this second round action.
You know, I'm pleased I'm here.
Hi everyone, Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, this player's been having a lovely time. The leader showing all the shots, making the plays. You expecting that to be the case today?
Well, that's what you expect him to do, but listen, we're playing golf, and golf is about as predictable as the weather. I mean, listen, you got a 50-50 chance of getting it right most days, so this player's got to keep their nose out in front and keep doing what they're doing, because if they even remotely slow down and think about what they've accomplished, it's all over.
This is an exciting one, Rich. Let's get into the action.
I'm going to pop it right there and see what happens.
Opting for the 9-iron.
Clubbing up, smart. Got to control it though. Let's see.
Well, that 6-mile-an-hour wind was the 30 yards, 6-mile-an-hour wind.
Not a bad shot, that. Still a chance. And he's down there. You got to read.
This one will run uphill.
Big chance here.
I'm actually really okay with
Yeah,
that.
that's lovely weight. Getting it right up by the hole. Excellent job. And now that finds him in first place.
All right, Corey, you're still 11
Here
behind.
we are at the second tee.
Oh, nice.
That's some good golf right there.
Oh, let's see what else people are
John,
up to.
talk
If it's
to
in the
us.
sand,
What
we're
do you got
screwed.
for us?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Bubba Watson as he gets set for his next shot here on the 14th.
Not a bad shot, Bubba, but I don't know why it's a highlight reel. To be honest.
Quality shot, that one. Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Henny, what's the player facing here?
Gotta make sure to repair your pitch mark here. It's gonna leave one. It's downhill. Might even get some spin here.
I'm gonna back it off a little.
Going with the 8-iron here.
I'm glad I backed it off. I should have backed it off more.
Yeah, not a bad shot, that one. Well, this would be a bonus. This is a very long putt.
This is their look at birdie.
I can't believe that drop. That's going to give me a replay.
Well, I think that warrants another look. Let's see that again.
What an amazing putt from way out.
It's the pants. And maybe free the locks. It's the whole vibe Emma's got going on.
And just keeping it in neutral on the leaderboard.
Oh,
There's nowhere
and
else
they
to go.
Increase their lead. This is impressive, Luke, but can they hold up this play?
And now striding onto the tee of this par 3 hole.
Luke, coming off a birdie at the last hole, this player finally is making something happen. Looking forward to the next hole, but danger lurks if they're not careful.
I'm going to put it right about there.
Looks to be going with a hybrid here.
I backed it off just a little too much, but I'm okay with that.
Yep, that one's on the dance floor. You can two-putt that for sure.
Why
Henny,
two-putt it?
you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
Setting up this putt 19 feet from the cup. Looking for another birdie here.
That's
There's
very
our birdie.
impressive.
Back-to-back birdies, moving the right direction there, Luke.
Currently in first position.
We're back to 11 ahead.
Now on the tee, fresh off a birdie, a great opportunity to build on that momentum.
Hoping that 7-mile-an-hour wind will pull it.
That should find the fairway.
Yeah.
John, what's going on out there?
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 12th.
That's got to roll back for this. Like, I don't understand this highlight reel.
And this player's really going after it here, Rich.
Always like the aggressive play, going for it in two and getting rewarded for it.
Time for the second shot. Here
Are
at
we
the
actually
four.
going for it in two? Let's try that. We'll take that.
Ooh, it'd be nice to make this putt. This is for eagle.
Oh my gosh, look at that, the slope. I just want to get it close. Leave me a decent birdie chance. Look at just keep going. Hey, welcome back, Trey. RNG has not been nearly as nice this round, but we're still up. We still are -2.
This one's online. Oh, well played.
That hole looks double the size for this player this week.
Okay, we're back to -3.
And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. Here we are at the 5th hole.
We're just gonna play it up here and let the slope pull it down. What's for dinner tonight? I'm thinking about either doing pizza or mac and cheese. Fair enough.
Well, this is a little
Believe it or not, I don't
Let's
think
get
I've
on
ever
from
had
the
White
well.
Castle,
Make another.
but I don't go out
Tell
to
you
eat
what,
really.
they're set up quite nicely through the first opening holes. Birdies galore.
Alright, so we're gonna throw a little bit of that and a little bit of this. We want to be up on that ledge though, so.
Oh, wonderful shot. And a chance for birdie at the 5th. All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
All right, down the hill here. Got to be gentle.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today.
That is definitely.
Alright, I'm not mad at that -4 so far.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. Time to tee off at the 6th.
No bunkers on this tee shot. Plenty
Dude,
of
he's
room
drunk
so you hit
again.
it both right and left. But if you miss it wide one direction or another, you're going to find all kinds of troubles with those tall trees. Just that one bunker that fronts the left-hand side of the green here. Again, though, a lot of runoff areas around this green makes
I
that
think
second
it's the
shot
wrong,
so
the
much more
wrong
difficult to
commentary.
get close.
It's the wrong hole.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 185 yards. You really got that one out there. Fantastic drive.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron.
Hopefully, this will play like I expect it to, yeah. Don't roll back.
Yeah, not a bad effort, that one. Up onto the green and a chance to hole your putt. Oh, this will be good for the momentum. Let's make this birdie putt.
I'm thinking like right there. Oh,
You can't make them all. Go tap it in. He sits in first position.
15 ahead.
Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole. Well, on the tee now, coming off a par. Chance to pipe one up the middle.
I'm gonna put it like right about here. And it's probably gonna hit that bunker. Oh, maybe not. I was expecting it to hit that bunker. Uh-oh. Coming back. It ends up in the
That'll
bunker.
work. Up on the dance floor? Could have been worse.
Oh, dude, seriously.
John, give us a small update.
Hello up there. We are checking in down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next.
Oh, my.
He was in the sand. Of course he holed that out.
Oh, a messy little lie in the bunker, but that is not a problem for this player. Yes, in the hole.
This putt from around 18 feet.
I'll just throw it over here and see what happens.
Get excited. This could go in. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And this is
That's just how Emma goes.
Still on top of the leaderboard.
We're 16 ahead.
This hole here is a par 4. Taking aim from about 180 yards here.
I kind of feel like that's the play right there. And then just put some forward spin on it.
Opting for the 5-iron.
Feeling strong, going for less club.
She just sounds so judgmental when she says that. It's like, dude, Emma's ahead by like 5,000
Yet another
FedEx
green
points.
here in regulation.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens in regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
Putting for birdie. Oh, so
Oh,
close.
it didn't break.
Just a short putt remaining here. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole.
I mean, we're averaging minus 10 at this point.
The par 5 awaits here, but so does an opportunity. Take full advantage.
A little bit of crosswind.
Well, this one looks to be heading down the runway.
John, give us an update. What's shaking?
Hey guys, we are checking in with
Are they in the
Ricky
sand?
Fowler as he gets set for his next shot here on the 10th.
No, but he might still hole it out.
How close was that to going down? And back to the play, shall we?
We shall.
They've had a chat with the caddy and they're going for it. This one's on.
Yeah, we are. Look at that. Like, I'm gonna even put some backspin on this.
Ooh, staying aggressive. Going for the green.
There we go. I think it's up on that ledge.
Oh, I love this type of courage, Rich. Going forward in 2.
Using all of his muscles to get that one home in 2.
Emma fought
This
Lionels
putt is 16 feet to the hole.
in Breath of the Wild. I don't think going for a par 5 and 2 is gonna scare him.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? That was a shot and a half. So close to the eagle. And they'll tap this in for birdie. Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort.
All right, we picked one up.
Pretty sure this player will be buoyed by that birdie back at the last. Let's see if they can deliver another one.
Think we can?
Well, this should find the short grass.
Yeah, if we get one more birdie this round, we end up averaging a 61
Hello
on
up
each of the
there. We
rounds,
are,
which is
checking
really
in
good.
down here with Harold Varner III as he gets set for his next shot here on the 18th.
That is hunting for the hole.
Oh, it bounced off the pin.
Didn't drop. And what are we looking at here, Henny?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
I'm gonna pop it back here and see what happens.
Going with the 9-iron, I think. This one looks like it'll safely make the green.
Yeah, it does. I would say that's safe.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
And this one for back-to-back birdies.
7 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Look at that come off the face. Now I got like 10 feet.
This looks like it's got the speed and the line.
That's frustrating.
There's your
Well, they're giving a
RNG.
little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard. Teeing off here at the 11th.
Oh, I think that's all right.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th.
And they've been rolling the ball.
Yeah, I know, right?
Another great look.
Like
He's currently sitting in first place.
Like it just went like 45 degrees to the right on the one, and then just like let go. It was like, all right, well, it's got to do
here,
it.
Luke, though, but anything missing out to the right.
But
or
then
far
when
left,
it
you're
does
just
it,
gonna
it
have
swings
all
back
kinds
the
of
other
options.
direction,
Down
usually
the hill
the
to a
following
green
shot.
that's surrounded by water in the front, bunkers both left and right. I love this golf course. I love the beauty of it, but I gotta say, it is a really difficult course.
Well played, mate.
Well, I think they're attacking this one. They're really going to go for it.
Why wouldn't we?
Opting for the 5-wood. Fingers crossed.
I
for
probably
Ricky to
should
the
have dialed
left.
it back. I just didn't want the RNG to throw me in the water. I know I said that last round, but definitely didn't want to deal with that.
Outstanding approach shot.
This is how Emma rolls.
9 feet to the cup. And
There's our
on
eagle.
goes. And with it, an increase of his lead. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going. This hole is a par 4. Well, there's no doubt this player is standing on the tee sky high after making the eagle at the last. Wow, what a shot. Great shot.
I think we're
What
getting
kind
there.
of shot are they facing here, Henny?
I can see the 125-yard marker just nearby.
Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Yeah, good swing. This one's heading up onto the green for sure.
Yeah, it is. Look at that hill, though. I don't
That's
know
well
how I'm
judged.
going to do on this
Hole
putt.
high, right inside the range. Lining up the
Gonna
birdie
be a
putt
little
here.
risky biscuits here. What are we thinking right about there?
This one's looking good.
And that's 8 birdies today.
Yeah, wash out that bogey.
And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that.
Yeah, so we're hitting.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves. A chance
260s
to keep
here.
it rolling. tee shot looks pretty good.
Yeah, this second shot I don't understand
Second
because
shot
it's just
here
like,
on the
all
40.
right, there's this huge landing area. Do what you want. Yeah, where's the cheer for that?
Shot there, Beamer. And here we are with the third shot.
Pretty good shot there.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
Pretty good.
All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
And now that finds him in first place.
Yeah, definitely getting sassy with these announcers.
Time to take a look at what this par 4 might be in order.
In good form, birdie at the last, looking to add on to that.
Looks like they put a good pass on that one.
Yeah, so I think if we get one more, then we're averaging 59s on our first 2 rounds, which is kind of ridiculous in real life. But
190 yards here.
yeah, they're trying to match the sass level, and it's just coming off forced,
Going with the
and
5-iron
and they're
here.
not invited to dinner. We'll just say that. Princess Zelda is totally not inviting them to dinner.
Oh, what a lovely shot. He'll be delighted to be inside the range there.
Definitely will not match the
This
same
punch
sass
with
level
birdie
that
through
Emma can
the
do.
scorecard.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
I knew we were going to go short. My
Line on
thumb
4
slipped
feet.
off the
Should make this one.
This is important.
controller.
Big par putt here.
Hang on, this looks pretty handy. Yeah, nothing to sweat over that one. We'll hold.
I don't know if like the black hole of sass would be
Managing
able to match
maintain their
that level.
position on the leaderboard.
I really don't. I think Emma has like pro gamer status of sass.
Let's see what happens here at the 16th. And choosing the 8-iron here.
Where's Henny with going with more club? Does she only say that when she doesn't
Into
approve?
birdie range here at the 16th. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Setting up this putt 11 feet from the cup.
He just keeps putting a gap on the rest of the field. What a putt to hole. Let's head over to the 17th.
Let's.
It's Ricky Fowler's turn now.
In the sand. Nope, not in the sand.
Didn't that look good for a long time?
Did, but he wasn't in the
Well
sand.
done. That takes the pressure off the putt. That's a chip to be proud of.
You better believe it is great stuff to watch.
Looking to ride the momentum after coming off a birdie here with this shot.
This hole
Let's ride the
is so
momentum.
important at this critical time. Go for it, lay it back. How much do you trust your swing?
I'm like
Looks like this one's heading
minus
safely to the
26 or something. I trust my swing a lot.
fairway. Second shot here on the 17th hole. What a shot! Almost went in the bucket.
Yeah, right.
This putt was about 8 feet.
This for a birdie run.
This looks good. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot.
I like it. 2 in a row.
And staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. It's time to tee off on the 18th hole.
The 18th
I
hole.
love this hole because if you're leading and have a chance to win, this is the tee shot you want. There's all kinds of room out there to the right-hand side. Tee it high and let it fly. Give yourself the best opportunity to go into this elevated green with a short iron to make it as easy as possible on you. And it's much easier said than done, Luke, as you and I both well know.
And what's in front of them there, Henny?
Setting up here from about 175 yards.
All right, let's see what that does. They're probably going to put me in the sand trap.
Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
Oh, it went long.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that. What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
Yeah, he's staring down about 12 feet.
Surely it's going to.
Surely.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And Rich, as this round comes to an end, this player's absolutely dominating the field.
Luke, big lead through the opening 36, but no time to get complacent. There's still a lot of golf to play, and they need to continue to make birdies in order to finish ahead.
Well, that's all we've got time for today. On behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, Rich Bean, Henny Koyak and John McCarthy, plus all the hard-working folks behind the action at 2K Sports, thanks for tuning in.
We made it through 2 rounds, and we're hitting a 58 each round. Let's see if any stats went up. Nope, no new stats. So I think we're gonna call it there so I can eat dinner. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. Hopefully you're catching up on some sleep, Trey, because it sounds like you are. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the chat. I appreciate Emma's locks. Yeah, I don't know if I have it in me to rate anyone. Because I'm not going to stick around, but have a great night. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I should be on tomorrow. I have a meeting all the way to 4 o'clock, so I'll probably start a little bit later than I normally have been, but we probably should still be on. But yeah, we're making moves. I want to say we're more than halfway on the game, so that's cool. But have a great night, and we'll talk to everybody later.